Anyway, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Wednesday stream. We finished up Charterstone last week, which means we're doing a variety stream this week. And for this very special variety stream, we are joined by...
Hi, my name is Duffy, Duffy Austin, and we are playing my game BlockBuster, which is a game about making terrible, terrible movies.
Which sounds hilarious.
I mean, we played the game about making terrible, terrible decisions with Fiasco, and now we're going to terrible, terrible movies, and I'm liking the way that this is going.
Yeah. Terrible situations are hilarious.
Terrible situations wasn't us in charity.
Yeah, we are going to be playing BlockBuster here tonight.
But
That's, I mean, do you want to run us through how it works?
Yeah, of course. And I'm not sure if you have it up there, but there is a link to the rules that people can download.
Can you toss that up in the chat?
Yeah, we'll toss that up in the chat.
And I'm not sure if the link I sent you still works, but...
I'll check the one that you tweeted out this morning.
Okie doke. So the idea of this game is that we are actors who have been hired by a studio that has no plot or script or directors or anything with this movie. This is like they just spent all their money on the casting and like special effects because they just want to make money. They don't care about winning any awards or anything like that. And they've left it to us, the actors, to basically come up with the script and any and all plot elements that are going to occur. So it is up to us to advertise the film, which is the first part of the game, the backstage section, where we're going to go around and introduce our characters and show how us as professional actors are going to use the talents, our natural talents, to earn a currency called charisma that we're going to... that we're then going to spend on stage during the actual filming to do things like change the genre of the film and upstage one another, and in doing so probably earn things called studio notes, which are a punishment that the studio bestows upon us for failing a scene or getting upstage that can have a variety of hilarious consequences.
I like hilarious consequences. All right, So we have all, as preparation for this, created characters according to the character creation rules, which involve determining our talents, as well as how skilled we are in the genres that we have laid out. So, anybody want to talk about the 4 genres? What did we end up with here?
So, we've got the 4 genres, space opera. So Classic, yeah. Always fun. And there's the drama, you know. Then, of course, because we have certain people here, we've got the sports redemption movie. I wasn't sure if he was going to go for the sports redemption or the political thriller, but sports redemption seems to be the one that won out this time.
Works for us.
Then we've got the psychological horror, something that I have never watched and probably never will, but it should be interesting to try to play out. And then, finally, we've got buddy cop. So... that one should be fun. I'm wondering who the Jackie Chan and I forget what's his name,
Chris
Tucker are going to be in this one. So.
I appreciate that you got halfway there.
Yeah, I do like Rush Hour. It is a movie that I have watched.
It's a hilarious film.
Yes.
So we have made our characters and put points into each of those genres, which will help us later on down the line as we're trying to take control of the scene or otherwise increase our own star power at the expense of our co-stars. Who wants to talk about their character? Because I think we're really big fans of the characters we've created.
I think someone who could barely be held back.
Yes! I'm Horatio Owens, a classically trained actor who found his gifts above the stars in such movies as Star Surveyors 1, performing, of course, as Captain Gardner Westbrook. And, of course, in Star Surveyors 2, reprising his role as Captain Gardner Westbrook. And, of course, the great finale to the trilogy, Star Surveyors 3, as Captain Gardner Westbrook. Branching out beyond this, I decided to go for the award-winning movies. And so, of course, I was in No Other Sunday, the classic sports redemption movie, as Coach Phelps.
Coach Gardner Westbrook.
I I like that. We're rewriting history here.
Yeah, are we allowed to rewrite things at any time to suit our mood?
I feel
Are we
that
allowed
is-
to be capricious?
I will allow it.
Excellent.
Alrighty.
Who's next?
Anna?
Oh, well, yeah, we can just go around the table this quick. So I'm Chester Bradley. I'm hot but awkward, which is fantastic. I am very clumsy, unfortunately, but I am super charismatic, so you will like me anyway. I have been a hot scientist in The Horror! A funny supervillain in Bad Boy Aliens and Bad Boy Aliens 2. I just made that up, but I like that one. I like this. This is a good trend. And I played the weird but lovable hero in the movie Jock Cops, which may or may not have been a buddy cop film. No one really cared about the other person. It's all Chester all the way.
There you go. I'm Johnson G. Johnson. I'm what I call a method actor. A lot of people don't get it. You know, I come across as pretty intense for a lot of people, and I think that's just they don't really appreciate what I'm about. It's about the artistry. It's about really embodying the role, like when I was in Cincinnati Heat as a really grizzled detective. I had to really embody that role. So I hung out in like a cop bar and just was a fly on the wall. So that was good. And then that training came in really handy for Cincinnati Heat too. Kind of leveraging a lot of what I already done. Work smarter, not harder. And then I found people weren't really taking me seriously the way I wanted to be taken with the buddy cop genre shtick, if you will. So then I branched out into some psychological horror with a little art house film called In the Hen House. Probably haven't heard of it, but I do consider it one of my finest pieces. So, Johnson G. Johnson. But that's not really my name. My name is just whatever I happen to be playing that day.
That's deep.
Thank you, Chester.
I have never been so professionally intimidated.
Hold on to that feeling.
I'm gonna use it later. Yes, my character is Chet Squat Thrust.
And he's out of
And he's out of character.
You did a good job not telling any of us what you were planning earlier. So
Yeah.
it was
obviously,
a good surprise.
obviously from the fertilizer magnates from Kansas, the Squat family, and the Atlantic Thrusts. Yes, I got my start as a bodybuilder before I realized that I had a certain je ne sais quoi, which I was able to parlay into psychologically intimidating my opponents at my bodybuilding competitions. And I did use that to further my film career, which I hope to someday bring me into political office.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes, of course.
How's the mistress?
I am known for my films RoboFist.
These are all porn names. All of them.
Okay, anything can be a porn name if you try hard enough.
That's the whole point.
Lethal Weapon.
Yes, Greg, thank you.
This is gonna be like
This has become a
the Entendre game.
jokes, isn't it?
Yep. Welcome to the stream, everybody.
We're simple
I do not
folks.
see shame.
Thank you much, but it's honest work.
I'm also known for RoboFist 2, Fist to the Future, and my partner, the Skink.
Okay.
Okay.
Not the mink.
Alrighty.
My name's Mark Gilroy, and what I specialize in is films that make fucking money. Explosions, CGI, the works. People love it. They eat it up. It's great. And I made my start as more of a sports movie, but Spaceball, Sports in Space, people loved that movie. Okay, people saw that 15 times. It was good. People didn't say kind things about me in particular. They said, this guy's out of place, but I walked away with my paycheck that day, so that's what matters. Then I appeared in Jupiter Rising, Space Jail, and Space Jail 2, The Reckoning. So, as you can see, I have a wide variety of films taking place in the most expensive of environments to simulate.
Like Michael Bay if he was an actor. As a director.
So to clarify there, so you were in Jupiter Rising, Space Jail, correct?
Yes.
And then Space Jail 2, The Reckoning.
Don't ask me about these marketing questions.
I feel what happened is like it became a spin-off in a Pitch Black situation, if you will, where it started off as one film and like, no, we're gonna go in this direction.
Well, I mean, the space jail concept is a popular concept. And you talk to the man on the street, he's like, I'd pay money for Space Jail 2. And, eventually the hype, outpaces itself, and you give the audience what they want. And what they want, okay, is explosions. And what they want is action, so...
You're gonna be good at this whole marketing
This is
segment
great.
of the
Okay,
game.
he's more professional intimidating.
I agree. That's impressive.
Well, my name is Charity.
You're gonna have to not do that.
Are you okay?
Jacob is our
I've been in
Yeah.
3 movies so far. I think my first one was on Saturday the 14th, the day after Friday the 13th, and that was good. It was a little bit of a scary movie to film, but I think people liked it, and they gave me then a part in the 2 Great Globes.
You're doing a problem by drinking right now.
A movie about globe makers, for the most part, and I had a small part in there, but important. And then the last movie that I did was the Snake in the Beaver Dam. It was more of a nature-y type film where I was playing the woman who's never been out in nature, as you might say.
Okay.
And stuck in the African safari. But I managed to get out alive, both from the movie and from the movie.
Also, for any viewers watching, Jacob's girlfriend wrote all of his
Yes.
character attributes, and we're
Yep.
very
That
happy
little
about it.
He's the only one who didn't have any agency in the creation
Yep.
of his character.
No, Jacob does what he's told.
You're welcome, guys.
Yeah, I think I like this cast. I think this is good. We've got a bit of a Suicide Squad situation coming here.
We do. I love it.
And I'm excited to see what we create. So we've got our characters. What's next, Duffy?
All right, so next we have to establish what our characters are doing to build press. This game takes place normally over 3 acts. An act is divided between a backstage and an onstage section. We're just for this evening, we're going to do only 1 act. It can take a little bit of a while, and we should have enough people here to make something memorable. To start off, we're going to do our backstage, where our goal is to go around, and on our turn, we are going to describe something that we do to try to build press for this film. It can be anything that we can associate with our different talents, which are kind of like our character's core stats. They are physicality, which is how good you are to physically perform an action or look like you could perform an action. We have screen presence, which is your ability to connect with the audience at an emotional level. And lastly, you have method, which is the ability to look like you know what you're doing. So we are trying to make it look, use these talents to build press in any way we can. And it's kind of up to us how we interpret that. So, for example, my character, Chet Squat Thrust, if it's okay with you guys, I'm going to go first.
Go for it.
All right.
Show us how it's done.
All right. So, Chet is as I established before, he is a very physically capable person, or at least he looks very physically intimidating. So, what he's going to do is he is going to perform a stunt on morning television. Which people do like physical acts on TV all the time, so you got to push the boundaries. And what Chet is going to do is he's going to try to pull a bus full of his fans, like a commuter bus full of his fans, using just his butt cheek strength.
Oh, love that.
That is how he's holding the rope. And
No, wait. How is he holding it?
How do do you think?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking Chet. He doesn't have to tell me. But.
So we've created a ring.
You don't have to go.
This feat is obviously preceded by a diagram that is going to show with 3D models how he's going to perform this feat. So to test to see if I am capable of doing this, I'm able to pull this off, I have to roll my physicality stat. And I have 2 d6s I have in the stat, which I'm going to roll. And I need either a 4, 5, or 6 to appear on any of the dice, just any of the dice at all. And if I do that, I can accomplish the action. Actually, I should have said it beforehand. I earn a point of charisma, just by virtue of trying this action. So at the beginning of your turn, you're going to get a point of charisma. And I'm going to see if I'm able to pull this full commuter bus with just my butt cheek strength. 4, 5, or 6. I did not.
What do you have to roll to achieve?
4 or above.
Oh.
4 or above, yes.
On any single die.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yes. Chet did not manage to pull a commuter bus with just his butt cheeks.
Was it full of people?
Yes, it was full of people. This was on live television. There were millions of people watching.
Oh dear.
But now we get to one of the fun parts, which is someone gets to jump in and explain how this went badly for Chet in their most TMZ style voice.
Okay, so not as our characters, as a TMZ reporter, basically.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. I can jump in.
Jacob knows TMZ.
No, but I can do this.
He knows
in my
gossip
voice.
columns.
Yeah.
That's his secret hobby.
Breaking news this morning on the morning show. We had Chet. What is squat thrust? Chet squat thrust trying to pull a bus full of his fans up, but you won't be able to believe what happens next. He is unable to do so. Instead, the bus pulls him. It is a little bit unfortunate, but very funny to watch. Let's go to the clip. As you can see here, we have our Chet. He's getting ready. The bus is still on blocks at this point, and there, see the blocks going, and Chet is trying to move forward. But as you can see here, the bus is starting to roll backwards. It was a little bit too much hubris to have to try to do this
Let's
hill.
circle those wheels on the screen.
Right there.
You can see the
they
bus
are
making
rolling.
contact with the ground. It's moving backwards.
You can see they're moving this way and not that way. And as you can see there, you see Chet's butt cheeks, which were supposed to be holding the bus together. They are getting closer to the ground. Let's see this in slow-mo. There we go, there we go, there we go. Boom! And there's impact. And, this was a little bit of a blow for Chet. He was getting so high off of the last movie. What was the last movie you made?
My partner, the skink.
My partner, the skink, was BlockBuster hit. We'll see if he's going to be able to recover it. He and his butt cheeks will be able to recover from this.
Yep.
So yes, I was the first character to fail their on their backstage role. So now it falls to me to begin actually writing the movie. I can't go and face the public with my shame. So I need to spend my time coming up with the general act goal for what's going to happen. And in the film we're making, the on-stage section after everyone else continues playing backstage. And as well as come up with a character for this. I also get to choose the genre that we're going to start in.
Ooh.
Okay.
So the first failure is not a horrible thing, because you do get some decision-making power. All
Yes, but I have fewer charisma to use during the on-stage section.
Okay.
Right. Is charisma how you steal stage notes?
That is, charisma is how you are able to change the genre on your turn and also upstage your peers on their turns.
All right, then. Very cool.
All right.
Alright, so I'm going to get started.
Okay. Who's going next?
You probably just go in a circle, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Harrison.
You're up.
I didn't think that's too very well.
Publicity
Play to your strengths.
I am going to go on a popular podcast.
Ooh. Joe Rogan.
Oh God.
I wasn't necessarily going to suggest Joe Rogan.
Smoke weed.
It's crazy.
Get kicked off the board of your company. Pull an Elon.
Anything special that you're planning on saying at this on the podcast?
I'm going to go on the Joe Rogan podcast. Joe Rogan. I'm going to try to promote the movie, and we'll see if I can get the people who'd be the most fucking interested in it. I'm going to talk a lot about explosions and how fucking cool they are. I mention a fact about, like, do you know, like, whatever in space? And Joe Rogan could be like, no fucking way. And he'll turn to the other guy who's be like, look that up. And like he always does.
So are you using screen presence for this?
I would use screen presence for that, yeah.
Right, the studio set.
Alright. Love it.
Okay,
You
did
got
it.
it. Alright.
Okay, it works.
How'd the podcast go?
It went real fucking well. I talked up space and explosions, and like space jail, and he was like, "Oh yeah, space jail. I saw that." Like everyone did. Apparently, it was like right after Fear Factor a lot of times during reruns. So like he was like intimately familiar with Space Jail 2: The Reckoning.
Joe Rogan would watch Fear Factor.
He was on.
Right,
Fear
I was gonna
Factor.
say,
It
yeah.
was?
He was
Yeah.
a host.
I
He was a
know.
host.
I know nothing.
That was before or after Man Show.
I have no idea.
I didn't know how he got famous.
That's
I
how
wasn't
he got
sure.
famous.
Don't forget your charisma.
Yes,
I got a
charisma.
very
Oh.
beginning of your turn, no matter what. In
I
fact,
like
we all
that.
just basically get one.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Since we all get one turn.
Just, okay, by
Okay,
default.
well,
That's
roll
nice.
Okay. Take was your turn.
That's fine too.
Here.
Thank you. Are these just poker chips for now?
Yeah.
I love it.
You.
Mhm.
I always like poker chips in a way.
Yeah. They're satisfying.
So Charity Camp House has is going to go to a morning show, of course, and try to talk up some of the better parts of the movie, namely herself. And especially talk about some of the beauty and makeup stuff that they've been planning on doing, and like some of the really cool like practical stuff that they've been working on.
I like it.
And she's going to use some stage presence for that, so I do need a third die. Because I've got 3 stage
You've got
presence.
3.
Yes.
There's
So
two.
anything
I mean, yeah. What else does Charity, whatever your last name?
Compost.
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 You did it!
I managed to
Yay.
do it. Everybody was very nice, and apparently that I talked to the host later on. The male audience of that was far greater than just about any other morning show that they've seen
Wow.
recent past.
So
They
proud.
thanked me very much for that, and I think that the movie is going to be better for it.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty. Very
Do
good.
we have a title, or is that?
Not yet.
That's gonna
The
be
winner is going to gets to name the film.
Yeah. That reminds me though, Pamela Anderson was just on The View, and she's actually got some killer political opinions, and
Oh, yeah.
she looked way better than literally anyone who was there, especially
Good for her.
especially Meghan McCain. So that was great.
I thought she was just a guest. Is she actually like a co-host now?
No, she was a guest on it.
Oh.
Yeah, but she just looked way hotter than everyone else.
Oh no,
It was
I mean
nice.
Megan McCain.
Oh, I don't think so. Is she? That would be
I
terrible.
think no. I see her all
only
the
episode
time.
she's
Yeah,
on.
she-
Well, I don't watch it, but I've
Wow.
heard she's on a lot. I think she's a co-host.
That's
Welcome
gross.
back. Welcome to the stream, Adam.
Hello, Adam.
Yes, sort of. The name of my character is Charity Camphaus. So
I think she is a co-host.
Kamphaus. Amanda made that up for me.
All right, William or Howard.
Horatio.
Horatio.
Greg, could you put a restream up bigger?
Oh, I thought I-
you
we've
did,
got-
but then I was messing with it.
Yep.
What's the restream? Oh, the chat. Yeah.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Now, we've all heard of Galactic Universe Con, yes? The greatest convention for friends of sci-fi and space opera all together. Well, of course, perhaps one of the most surprising things is that 20 years on from the premiere of the first Star Surveyors, there has been, in fact, no reunion cast panel featuring all the stars of Star Surveyors. But this year is different. We are gathering together to promote my new movie coming out.
I love it.
So we will be the featured panel at all HI.
All right.
Okay.
So, what
Of
you
course,
using?
I assume
using screen presence
Yeah.
All right.
to project myself. Oh dear!
Oh no, something goes terribly
Oh,
wrong.
I have some ideas for this.
Oh man,
Alright.
it's just our man on the street over here.
This week, what was the name of it?
Galactic Universe Con.
This week at Galactic Universe Con, we had Horatio Owens come by, but unfortunately he promised the fans a reunion of all of the cast of the original Star Surveyors movie. Unfortunately, he was the only one to have shown up.
Yeah.
All of the other casts have boycotted him for some of his actions in earlier movies, and they have refused to be seen with him ever again. We even talked to Mr. Jim Takeaway, and he has said that, oh my, this man is quite horrible. So, unfortunately, this panel ended up just being him speaking with one of his fans for about 45 minutes. At which point, the fan left before the panel finished.
Very sad. So we call him Horatio the Horrible now. That quote. I like that.
That's good.
That is one of the choices, Adam. Sports movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, indeed.
You're up next.
Okay, so my concept. I'm gonna go on a show that all of the ladies love, like a serialized sitcom, like Shameless or something like that. That'll just really get the mom viewership, which is really where my strengths lie. I think. Yeah, I like moms.
Okay.
All right, and I'm gonna use.
For you, Chester.
I don't know. We're gonna find out. We're using screen presence.
Who will take our key demographic to see the movie?
Yeah, exactly. Moms see a lot of movies. You can't discount the moms,
Yeah,
man.
that is true.
You gotta see it. All right. Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Perfect sixes. All right. So this is up to me to describe since I won.
Yep.
Okay. Gotcha. I won. Okay. Let's see. So, okay. I'm bad at this part. I'm going to improv.
Well,
really,
I
really
think I
hard.
can buy you some time,
Sure.
actually.
Go ahead.
So, William also just failed.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't that mean he gets to add elements to the
Oh, that's
plot
right.
that
You
you're
did
crafting?
fail. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Failure. Yes. So what you get to do is you get to. That's wrong, pile. You get 2 note cards. One of them is you get to add something to the story we're working on. You need to come up with something for the plot. Let's say the setting.
Okay.
And you get to write that down on the sheet here. And that's your one card. The other card is you have to create a character for the film without knowing what I've already created.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yes. So,
And do I get to know the setting for what you've already created?
no.
Oh boy.
This feels a lot like what's it called? But wait, there's more.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a like party game where you have like, especially when you're playing with more players, you have one person with one card that they're doing, and then the other person has a different thing. And it's like one person starts like the sales pitch, like Billy Mays on like the first half of it, and then it's like, but wait, there's more, and then throws the other person in, and they don't know what each other has. So one of them could have a vacuum, the other one could have like a hammer or something like that, and they have to combine them.
All right. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. I think I'm good to go.
All right.
All right.
There you go.
We've cleared up all that stuff. We're good
Yep.
in terms of game mechanics. All right, great. So, Chester comes back from his show initiative. Guys, the moms are gonna love it. I had the best simulated sex scene on television. It was amazing. Oh my god, young mom. She was a young mom, so like it's gonna get them right. It's gonna pull those mothers, pull all those little maternal genes. It's gonna be great, guys. It's gonna be great. It's super hot.
Wait,
Was
your
it-
scenes are all simulated?
Yes, sweetie. Yes, they were.
Now,
Okay.
is the show called Young Moms?
I imagine it. Yes, yes,
Okay.
it is. You know what?
I
yes.
believe it.
I feel like that's a major subplot of Shameless. I haven't seen it, but my mom loves Shameless. So that's my inspiration, partially. Yeah.
All right.
Good
Yep.
job, Chester.
Thanks. Thanks.
Really?
Thanks, Johnson.
Johnson
I'm
Johnson.
just going to call you Johnson and Johnson. Is that okay? I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you Baby Shampoo.
I do not associate with him.
Nope, don't like that.
Yeah, it's funny.
Those products, they're mass produced. This man is finely crafted.
Ooh,
This
love
guy.
that.
I know
That's so
your
nice.
character.
You're actually a really nice guy deep down, even though you put on such a bravado filled exterior.
You got a Guy Fieri thing going on.
Ooh, I love it.
So I'm in a weird place right now, right? They want me to do this press junket for a movie that I don't know anything about. How do I inhabit a character that I don't have yet. So what do? You go ultimate method. You just inhabit the person who's interviewing you. They think they're interviewing me, but I'm interviewing them interviewing me, right? I'm on so many next levels. Like this is gonna really demonstrate my genius, I think. Just watch.
It's your rolling method, just 3 dice. Okay, you got
Alright.
1.
See,
Fucking crushed it, right? Guy comes in, sits down, he says, "Hey, so tell me about this movie." I say, "You tell me about this movie." You know? What are we even doing here, man? I'm interviewing you. Long story short, the thing goes viral overnight.
oh my
It's a hit. I'm a hit. I mean, why wouldn't I be, right? But this guy has no idea what hit him, you know? He's in this movie now. When did that happen? He knows as much as I do about this movie. It's great. Organic marketing.
Wow.
All right, we are Johnson has done well. We are now
circle back around.
Yes, back to the top. Everyone who is still in the game, just make things quicker.
Oh, you are out if you
Yep.
fail.
Yeah.
Out for the
Okay.
round.
For the round.
You come back when we actually start filming the movie.
So Adam, you asked how the game works. So pretty much what we're doing is together we're making like this blockbuster movie. At the moment, we don't know what it is, anything. Other than we've got a few things
not
like a
going.
character and the name I think over there. Then we've got like a character and I forget what else. Setting I think over
Setting,
here.
yes.
Yes.
And we're going through, and it's an RPG type thing. So each round we are right now trying to promote the movie. And so we're all going through and having different ways of promoting the movie, rolling for that based on our stats. And if we succeed, we get to describe it like Anna and Greg did. Or if we fail, then one of us describes the fallout on TMZ, as I did for William, for example, and Duffy earlier. So that's pretty much how the game works. So the first half of this act, we're pretty much advertising the movie that we don't know anything about, and then the second half is we're going to be making the movie that we now are starting to figure some stuff out about.
All right.
So right now, second round, Harrison.
Really, I start.
Right?
You are going to start. There is one caveat though.
Okay.
So we are on backstage, which means that we are basically running ourselves ragged, trying to build up press for this film. And as a consequence of that, if you rolled a stat last round, you roll 1 less dice this round.
Oh. So it means everybody will fail out
Yes.
sooner rather than later because of it. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Great.
Okay. So, when I do to promote this film, I go on whatever the equivalent of Hot Pepper Gaming is, or whatever YouTube channel where you eat lots of hot peppers and you try to do things afterwards.
Ooh.
I'm going to eat hot peppers while trying to describe our great movie. And I'm just going to keep doing that. And they're going to be real fucking hot. I'm going to roll physicality for this.
You're gonna be on Hot Ones. You're gonna go eat chilies with Chili Klaus. It's gonna be great.
Yes.
It's gonna
So
be
last
wonderful.
time you rolled.
It's going to be Chili Klaus, but also Guy Fieri. And we're going to go to Flavortown to eat hot peppers.
Yes.
Last time you rolled screen presence.
I'm rolling, physicality.
Yeah, and I roll on physicality. Yeah, you get 2 dice.
Yes.
All right.
Just explain that for the viewers.
Smart.
I completely fail.
Oh, no.
Okay.
They're too hot to handle.
Tough stuff.
Well,
I like-
one of us
I
gets
got
a
it. Oh, yeah,
destroy.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
It's Mark Gilroy.
Mark Gilroy. Ooh, this one's gonna hurt viewers, so be advised. Mark Gilroy was on Hot Ones-esque, Hot Twos, promoting his new film by eating some hot peppers and trying to talk about it. But what do you do when you've got too much heat in your mouth? You drink some milk. Poor Mark Gilroy, he forgot he's lactose intolerant.
Oh, no.
I don't think I have to tell you what happened next, but the folks in the studio there, they didn't stop filming.
May I add something to this?
Please do.
What is it? Mark Gilroy?
Yeah.
And this might welcome the X card. Now, Mark Gilroy hadn't been in any World War II movies, let alone stormed the beaches of D-Day. But he did a crawl all the way to the bathroom, and there was just as much mud.
No, I think that's solidly within the grounds of acceptability.
Okay.
I'm a fan.
But yeah, So you had a failure on backstage. So you get 2 cards to help contribute to the film.
So this is
This is going to be 1 card. You have to write a plot element. So
Gotcha.
so far we have the motivator, the goal of the film, which I wrote,
Okay.
and I can't remember your
Setting.
Willie.
William setting.
The setting
Yes.
and the character.
Yes.
Or a character.
A character. What's going to happen is we're going to put all the movie cards in one pile and all the character cards in another. And when everyone has failed, we're going to read off the movie cards to establish what we're doing, and we're going to randomly assign the characters.
okay.
Okay.
But
So you wrote a
Essentially-
motive. He wrote a setting. Does he write something else?
You
Yeah.
can add anything you want to that.
Oh. Okay.
And also 1 character.
Yes, and 1 character.
Okay.
Interesting. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's my
Let
turn
me know if I need to change
something.
mine.
Mhm.
What am I going to do? What is Charity Cop House going to do? So I did a morning show. That's what I was going to do.
You use method acting.
Oh, so, well, luckily for me, I recently got an invite from the President of the United States to go to the Oval Office.
boy.
This is just going to bum me out.
Oh
He's known for
Danger.
really being interested in supermodels and the like. So of course he invited me. So I'm gonna go and promote my movie. We have a discussion with me, him, and Jesus on air.
no. Jesus.
That might have been. Oh,
I
boy.
love
Are you
this.
going to make sure to keep Jesus between you?
Leave enough room for Jesus.
Which one are you using? Screen?
I'm gonna use screen presence again.
All right. So you're
I
down
I have
to
1
dice.
left. So 2
Very
dice.
middle school dance in the Oval Office. Ooh,
Okay.
yeah, good. You
Good,
fucking
because
killed
I had some ideas and I wasn't sure if I wanted to do those.
it. Yeah.
We're all just like,
Yeah.
So good job, guys. I managed to actually overshadow the president in this. It seems that he wasn't very happy, but the public was. It seems that even though he said a few things, and I think that they were, as you might say, faux pas or like some kind of sexist things, and his approval rating went down, and mine went up. There we go. We're good.
Congratulations, and thank you to
Deacon Frost. Thank you.
Frost. I know that guy.
Okay, well, thanks to that guy.
Thank you so much.
And-
Thanks for the bits.
Thanks
Awesome.
for tuning in to support your friend.
Yeah.
The bits.
Alrighty. And so,
Anna or Chester Brent.
Oh yeah, sorry, you don't go. Okay, all right. So Chester is gonna go with some of his boys, the other big names in funny, clumsy, hot boy acting, onto the Graham Norton show to whip up some of that international audience. You know, so I'm just gonna be broing out with my bros with Graham Norton. It's gonna be great, and this is method acting because Chester's version of method acting is just only taking roles that allow him to be himself. So that's what he does.
Yeah.
I feel like that's pretty consistent for, jack dudes in Hollywood who are funny. All right. Killing it with the bros. Basically, we had a good time, popped some beers with Graham Norton. He was super British. That was really funny. So we just had a great time, man. We just hung out, The audience loved it, and the international audience loved it. So basically, I'm British now. That's what happened. Yeah,
Just say all the U's. Say
Yeah,
all the U
man.
words.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
it's great.
What is a movie? You know what I mean? Like what? You're an actor, but you're a character, but there's a plot or something. It's just
I've got 2
so
of those.
Watch it for the plot. Watch it for the plot.
It's just so played out, Like I'm done with this bullshit. I'm done with this old song and dance. I'm out of the film.
That's a good move.
Shit.
Didn't work. Didn't work.
I'm out of the. Okay, I'm out. All right. All right. Who wants to TMZ me?
So how does this play? How are you?
So the
phrasing this?
intention was
I'll do it.
that I was going to go for a publicity stunt where I publicly announced that I was leaving the film to generate controversy, and then I was going to publicly announce that we had reconciled and I was going to rejoin the film.
I know how to fucking do that.
All right.
What's your actor's name? Or an
Johnson
idea?
G. Johnson.
Johnson G. Johnson the other day publicly announced he'd be leaving the set of the newly released film from, let's say, Sony Universal. From Disney ExxonMobil, everyone knows, the largest film conglomerate this face of North America. With Johnson...
Too real.
Johnson G. Johnson, having not cleared this beforehand with his agent, was then suddenly sideswiped by his agent saying that he'd been bundled with the rest of the cast and that under no circumstances was he allowed to leave the set.
Ooh.
Risking publicly humiliated, Johnson G. Johnson
Oh.
was forced to give a press conference saying that he would not be leaving the set and would in fact be donating a portion of his earnings to some sort of charity.
That's
Wow.
fantastic. You are quick on your feet, sir. That's
Very
a really
nice.
good one.
Well
Yep.
done. Yeah.
Very nice.
Alrighty, so now you are among the rest of the scum.
I
who,
am.
Yeah.
Right back.
Alright. Let's see, who's still left? I think it's just you two guys.
Two
right?
of us.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I've been rolling
alright.
good so far.
So you
Surprisingly, this never happens to me.
No. Not really.
You get one, and you get one.
Thank you.
Alright. So you need a character and a movie item. Movie.
It's very likely that I will get out because I will only be using one dice regardless of which stat I use. So
Same.
yeah,
I
that's
don't think there's
exciting.
any way to avoid it at this stage.
No, not really.
Okay. So, oh man, what is Charity Comp House going to do this time?
A charity event.
Yeah, I think so. So after the stunt with the president, I got asked by by a large charity to help them run a just raise money for was it saving the whales or baiting the whales? I don't remember, but I'm gonna do it, and it's going to come out great, and I'm sure that I'm going to be able to get as many donors as they'd like me to. I've even signed a contract to that area. All right, I'm going to use my stage presence one more time for one die.
Alright.
Okay, well, good luck.
Yeah.
No,
Nope.
not went wrong. If I may.
Go for it.
So what's your character's name? Charity?
Charity Comp House.
Charity Comp House.
Comp House.
Charity Comp House tried to live up to her name the other day with a charity for the to save the whales. Unfortunately, due to a typo, she thought it was to shave the whales, and she left into the ocean with a razor. She's been missing for 3 weeks. Hopefully, she'll be spotted soon.
Can people die in this game?
No,
Okay.
you comically fall off the screen.
Okay.
Luckily, she had 2 inflatable things on her person that have been known to keep her afloat.
Just a little sunburned though.
She comes back. She's like Kevin Costner in Waterworld.
She
grew gills.
All right.
Yeah. So one character and one movie item.
Okay.
All right. So
Actually, you don't need to roll.
I don't.
No, because you're the last person standing.
Cool. Thanks, turn order.
Yeah. The consequence of that is you get one last.
Cool.
Whatchamacallit there?
Charisma.
Cool.
Charisma.
I had a good one though. I was gonna jump in the ocean and rescue charity. That'd be wonderful.
I think that's what I wrote. Is you get that one extra one. But yeah, you do get the one extra one. But yeah, now we take the time to finish up our backstage writing for coming up with character and story ideas. And then once that's done, we get ready for on stage or begin our production.
I gotta get these two,
what do we
right?
not those.
No, these ones.
Those guys.
What do we have in terms of items for the there so far? We've got the setting, we've got or just the categorizations.
Yeah. So far, we have the general motive of the thing that needs to be done for the movie to be completed. We have the general setting, and we also have a minor setting within that setting.
Okay. I know what I'm going to do then.
Question: if I want to do a prop, can I do like multiple props? Because that's kind of a small thing.
I would allow it. Yeah. Just like a bunch of puppies, or
I don't know. Just maybe some different but related props, perhaps.
Okay.
I don't know.
just make sure one of those things is a character.
Yes, no,
Yeah.
yes, definitely.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm just gonna write multiple props on one card.
Can we be? Is it fine if we're pretty generic?
Oh yeah. Vague does allow for people to come up with their
Right,
own
this is not
little things.
working.
Yeah, wrong pile. Put that over here so we don't touch it. There we go.
And multiple. Fuck, what prop ideas? What, like.
So yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of writing, but yeah.
What's the like limit to what we can suggest is used?
So these are things that at this point what you're doing is adding things to the film that are just like items, like say the movie Predator. There was a healing kit that the Predator had for that one scene. Like that could be something that would be added to the plot. It doesn't necessarily impact anything, but it was interesting.
Gotcha. So it could be and multiple things.
Well, technically, I guess the healing kit was important to the movie Predator because obviously, if it bleeds, we can kill it. I can't do the Arnold Schwarzenegger.
But you are Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm confused.
Schwarzenegger and
I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger with a northeastern accent. It's an Atlantic accent. It's a weird old-timey accent
Mid-Atlantic.
that I go in and out of and can travel.
Transatlantic.
American.
Well, no,
accent.
that's more old timey.
Yeah,
Is it
Atlantic is like
Transatlantic is the old timey
Yeah.
kind of.
I think that's what I'm going for.
Transatlantic is like we're on the radio now, and we're gonna talk about the radio stuff on the
Over
radio.
another-
Don't give me that. I'll go right there.
That's
favorite.
transatlantic. Yeah.
I did that.
I think
for-
they did it so they could be heard better. I
Higher
think.
registers.
Yeah, something like that.
Interesting.
Or at least
And
remind
over
those of a
enunciation.
part of it.
Over enunciation.
Yeah.
Indeed. Like RP.
Kind of a Euro-America mixture type thing.
Shard Warrenfuth. Of the Atlantic Warrenfuths. A dental empire.
Wouldn't be Congress without a douchebag.
And multiple props, same card.
Yeah, you can do multiple props and card. What we can do is we can lie these cards out on the table as we're playing, and like introduce them to the plot as we see fit.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna write prop.
Okay,
Wrong
cool.
one.
So our characters are not going to be us necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Okay, I gotta rewrite this. I wrote this for me. I was a hot scientist, a funny supervillain, and a weird hero. So for this movie, I wanted to be a hot, funny hero scientist. It was gonna be great.
I mean, you can give us to one of these guys.
Yeah, it could theoretically be that. Like, I wrote a role that was designed for me but can be used
No,
by anyone else.
actually, you know what? I like it.
Played towards my strengths.
Wait, are we
Be
supposed to
used by
be-
anyone else.
It's not writing a roll also.
Oh, you've already submitted one.
No one ever
Oh,
said that
yes.
Chester was creative.
Because didn't you already put in a thing? And
Yeah,
a character?
you put a
Yes.
character.
Yeah, so we're-
You're done
Okay.
pretty much. Yeah.
I think I deliberately created someone who is uncreative because I'm uncreative.
Alright, just
That's
waiting on
fine.
one character.
Yep.
All right,
Thank you.
and one whatever Jacob's writing.
Yep. I'm looking at
Oh,
I'm looking at
mystery.
Oh, it
The
is.
character.
Okay. Cool. How you doing?
I'm
You
not
have recovered.
staring at my junk.
No.
I'm looking at the
He-
Dr. Pepper that I spilled
He
on my
had some
pants, and it's actually
spillage
not
in the
that
village.
Alright.
I have to use that. That's good.
That's what my family calls it. It's cute.
bad. It's fine.
My family says a lot of cute, weird stuff.
Sad to know that Johnson G. Johnson has a drinking problem.
Did
Oh no.
did
How realistic.
did Mean'll send you the thing with the Texas dirt? The newborn?
I don't think so.
Fucking
You gotta show me.
some person gave birth and had
Yes, I know what you're talking
sister
about. I did see that.
Send them like a box.
Neil
of
did not
dirt
send that to me,
from
but I
Texas.
saw
So it
that.
can be born on
So
Texas
the first
soil.
thing
Yeah.
that the child
Oh.
could touch was Texas
That's
dirt.
pretty gross.
Someone was like, "You made a baby, and the first thing you do was put it in dirt."
Yeah, wow.
It's
I feel
all
like
natural.
I
It's
feel
a
like that's
text thing.
not
You
a
will
great
understand.
thing to do to a newborn.
Right?
either.
Like,
Like,
yeah,
wait,
I'm sure the
like
neonatal
3 weeks.
nurses would have something to say
Yeah,
about that.
it's just
It,
weird.
it was a midlife. And not like
Fun
a
fact.
licensed one.
Oh,
Fun fact: Floridians form a spirit bond with an alligator.
oh,
They grow up with their entire
that makes
lives.
sense.
Can you? No.
Keep
Oh,
dropping
you
their
knocked
poker
it somewhere.
chips.
I didn't,
That was-
I
that was
didn't
it.
drop anything.
That
It was
marker
the
cap.
marker cap, I think. Yeah.
I'm a
Oh.
terrible person.
I was
Oh,
gonna say,
oh, he got it. He got it.
is your
Yeah.
Florida thing like a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure stand thing? Where it's like,
No, he's from Jacksonville.
that's what I mean. Like, you know, if the alligator is hurt, do you feel it? And like,
Oh.
yeah. Are
Yeah,
they named after
right.
famous musicians?
Damn.
Okay, so we are ready to begin the on-stage section of the film. We are going to be assigned characters, and we are going to first introduce the plot, and then read off who we are assigned, what characters we're assigned. And you know, the humor of this comes from who we are playing as our actors and the characters they have to inhabit.
All right.
But in the meantime, here's the film we're playing. So this takes place first in a space opera. We have our genre sheet in the center of the table here, which we're going to mark down
Yep.
what genre our film's currently in.
Fantastic.
So, the goal of this film is to prove that the president of space has been replaced by a robot.
Okay.
All right.
All right. This takes place in the setting of the small town of Riverside, Iowa, 2069.
Ooh, nice.
For
Nice.
2069, but you know, can't have everything. It's gonna get crazy. Alrighty, so a plot device that's going to occur in this is a sciencey gun. Maybe it turns people into robots. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's just a gun. Lights.
Yeah.
Let's see. We also have a gold-plated gun that's a slug thrower doing my what? My out here?
No, it's. Never mind. It's just a normal gun, but it's not a sciencey gun.
What are you doing with a gun in space?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's gravity control. I don't know.
A live snake and boxing gloves.
Oh, I love
Those
that.
are options.
Yeah. All right. We also have the floating city, a floating city off of the planet Nebulon Prime.
Ooh.
We can recontextualize that to be, you know, it's like, well, planet Earth had to rebrand.
Off the I-85.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where the president of space is.
Yeah. Also, another plot element is just ghosts.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it.
I love
Fix
it.
that. Let's see. And sorry for taking your space.
No, this is good.
All right. And next we have our twist.
Ooh.
What do you guys think? Should we introduce this now, or should we like?
Should we wait for it? I'd say we should wait for it.
Twisty
I think we
twist.
should wait for it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this in the center here.
You're like the DM. You know what it
Mhm.
is.
Yeah. I haven't read it actually. I'm just,
Yeah, you should read it. I think at least one person should know.
All right. Well, one person does.
The person
Oh,
who
well,
wrote it.
we could all read it, and then we could just not tell viewers yet until that actually, like, until the time comes.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
That sounds good.
Because I feel like we should know what it is so we can set it up better. Makes sense. We are writing after all.
This is vague enough to. Yeah, we can work with this.
Right.
Okay.
So can we all read this then?
We cannot read this.
Okay, we can't. Okay,
We cannot.
Alright.
But let's say when we have when someone has earned two star power, two
Okay.
victory points,
Okay.
then that is in play because that with 2 victory points, someone is close to completing the act goal and finishing the film.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Alrighty.
I like it.
So,
All right, who are our characters?
yeah, character time.
I was just random.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited.
This is gonna be fun.
Oh, God.
Okay, so
I at least wrote a name that could go either way.
let's see if we
Oh, I
can
didn't
read
name
each
it.
other's
We have to
handwriting.
name
Go ahead and
them?
put
I
my
just
name.
wrote a
I named it,
description.
but it could go either way. So
Okay,
like,
cool.
All right, you got
This is my
theirs.
character.
Yeah.
I was just
Oh,
forward
boy.
playing.
Yes.
wait. Okay, yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay.
All right.
So I think we should go around in a circle and
Okay.
introduce our characters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks like my handwriting.
No, that's mine.
Oh boy. Oh.
That's mine. I'm interested. I don't know how you can.
We'll
oh,
see.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Well, it's a definitely a career defining role.
Yep.
I guess.
I'm
boy.
done.
All right.
All right.
Also.
So my character, my actor, is playing Chet Squat Thrust. You vicious son of this bastard tells you.
You gotta keep watching.
Yeah,
there you go.
We gotta keep you guys
Holding it over
interested.
you.
That's how we get you. Maybe with a couple bits, maybe.
Subscribe and we'll think about it.
Smash that
Quiz
like.
first goes up on Patreon half an hour before it actually goes.
But Chet Squat Thrust is playing Jake Nash, marine biologist and philanthropist.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right.
Jake Nash.
Mark Gilroy is playing Zog Jackson, renegade space cop with nothing to lose.
Charity Compose is playing Chet Whipple, the scummy, slimy, obviously corrupt police chief above the law, but for how long?
Nice.
Horatio Owens is playing. We'll call the love interest. Let's call him Lysander Thornhill,
Ooh.
Oh my god.
the character who is in love with the main villain and the secondary hero.
And the second.
And the secondary hero.
And these are roles where I feel we're going to have to fill as we're playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Chester Bradley is going to be playing Frankie Lewis, a grizzled yet boyishly handsome, I guess, World War III veteran who works as a bartender at the Big Balls Sports Bar. Yeah. Chester belongs here.
Johnson G. Johnson is playing the hot, funny hero scientist.
Perfect methodology.
There's a method for that.
No, I can train you.
We'll see.
Training montage.
We'll see how it goes. Yeah.
The hot, funny hero
The hot, funny
scientist.
hero.
You can name him whatever you want because I didn't. Name
I do.
him.
I have to come up with a name.
Yeah.
Shadow some billionaire for a while.
Yeah, I will think of a name.
Okay.
While we proceed.
Alrighty.
I think one I'll also tell you since I wrote it. I should have given it a name, but did not think to do so.
So we are beginning the first act of the film. This is going to be a one-act film, where I am going to on my turn as the first act director, the player who lost in our first role there. I get to start off the film. I establish the first scene, incorporating any of these elements that I see fit, and moving my way towards the plot. And what happens is, much like with backstage, I'm going to roll dice based on the talent I choose, but also the current genre we're in. And the genre can change over the course of the game based on either me spending a point of my charisma or crossing out one of my films, basically saying, I'm using this clout either from my building press or from my filmography, saying like, I was the star of RoboFist, damn it, to just change something about the film. And during another player's turn, you guys have the ability to try to upstage the current player. One of you guys can just basically throw in your point of charisma or just like otherwise identify that that's not going to happen. My character is going to smash their way into the scene, possibly change the genre, and try to just basically upstage me, make the scene about them.
Okay.
And that can happen at any time that you guys see fit.
Do you have to spend charisma to do it?
You have to spend charisma or one of your filmography.
What does
So
that mean
you can cross out one of your films. So you have 3 points there from films,
okay.
and then however much charisma.
You still
got.
did them. You just can't use that as clout anymore.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
it's like, yes, we know you're the star of RoboFist, but
you already mentioned that.
Yeah.
But did you know I was star of RoboFist 2?
Yeah, exactly.
Fist for the future.
Yeah.
So we are going to establish a scene. So Jake Nash, marine biologist and / philanthropist, that's a long word. They are going to be at a charity auction in the city of Riverside, Iowa, 2069. We are the source of space corn for the galaxy. We are the major producer, which is used in a biofuel that fuels all starships. Kind of like a Dune situation, you know? It's like the corn must flow.
Yep.
No, the corn syrup must flow. There we go.
Corn syrup must flow, yep.
No, it mustn't. It's very viscous. Very viscous. I've made a lot of pecan pies in my day.
But yeah, they are. Jake is going to be at this event. Just talking to people, and it's like, the space whales, they're endangered. They're trying to be harvested for their space oil, but obviously, corn is so much better for that. But what do you think, Mr. President? And Mr. President, who wants to play Mr. President who's possibly a robot?
Unless you want me to.
Yeah, I can do it.
But you're a real life robot.
True, I am.
I'm sorry, Jake. What were you saying?
Oh, Mr. President, obviously, I was talking to you about the purpose we're here for. The space whales are endangered.
Yes,
and,
yes.
We're trying to change the economy back over to a more a fructose-based space travel.
Fructose-based.
Interesting. Have we considered non-organic sources of fuel?
How do you mean?
Oh, has no one considered that perhaps synthetics might be superior?
I kind of look at you for a second, and the shining music starts playing. Just kind of offsetting me. But yeah, I'm going to roll to see if my scene is successful. That I'm able to establish this something's afoot business. We're currently in a space opera, which gives me 2 dice to begin with.
Yeah.
And I'm establishing that the talent I want to use for this is my screen presence.
Okay.
It gives me 2 more dice.
Oh, you add them. Okay.
Yes.
Deacon Frost, thank you again for the cheers. 1,000 more bits. Thank you so much. We appreciate it a ton. We're glad. And yes, save the space whales.
Indeed.
But how will we get the oil to power our starships?
With corn, damn it!
Haven't you been paying attention?
Just slap.
With corn. What is it, Zog?
Yeah, it's exactly.
With corn, Zog.
You're such a renegade cop. This is why no one likes
Clearly,
you.
you must kill the endangered species.
I feel like you can't grow corn hydroponically, but I don't know enough about that to make a judgment.
All right,
Ooh,
so I got
Okay,
one
clutch.
success. So yeah, my scene basically plays out I'm giving this impassioned speech about space whales, and the president is, obviously kind of on board, but also a little suspicious about it. So I'm going to use this color token to represent my star power.
Okay.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right, so I got 1 point leading me towards victory. I need a total of 3 to win.
Okay.
Oh, that's not very much.
Gotcha.
But yeah, now we proceed in a circle, and
I have
Go for it.
0 ideas of what scene I want to do it on.
Or do we want to go counterclockwise to change
we
it
need
up?
to do counter.
Counterclockwise.
So, Greg, you got any ideas?
Can we read everything one more time? 'Cause I
Yeah.
forget everything.
All right, so we're in a space opera where the goal is to prove the president of space has been replaced by a robot. We're in the small town of Riverside, Iowa, 2069. Iowa's
Earth
known
is-
for potatoes. Whatever.
It's corn.
There's a science gun,
Idaho's potatoes.
A normal gun.
a normal gun, yes, as well. The floating city off of the planet Nebula Prime,
This could whatever.
and there are also ghosts.
Okay.
Also, we got the boxing gloves and a live snake.
Cool.
On this plane
That sounds
of
good.
existence.
Well, we don't have a spaceship. Yeah, I mean, technically, we're always on the plane with a snake, if you think about it.
Ooh,
Exactly, yeah.
That's totally fair.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Korg.
The hot, funny hero scientist, Jeff Goldblum.
Yes. Oh,
Really just tee that up for you.
he
huh?
immediately out hots
Greg finds a way.
Is
My birthday.
he's in his lab working on a science gun, specifically a science gun that strips metals down to the atomic level,
Oh my god.
leaving all biological targets completely safe.
So, how do we interrupt to change something in the scene?
So, to establish, how is your scene going to get you closer to the goal of finding out the president's been replaced by a robot, or proving the president's been replaced by a robot?
So, what I had in mind was sort of advancing. I'm in a situation early in the film where my character doesn't yet know that the president may or may not be a robot. I think I'm going to get looped in because my independent research that I'm conducting on metal shredding biologically safe guns
There you go.
gets cited by somebody, and I get dragged into the action.
I also have a thing that I want to do in your scene.
Alrighty. But you're trying to upstage him first.
I just want to. How does that work right now?
So,
when would I do that? All that.
So first, Greg would say like what they want to do, and they would get to the point where they establish what the talent they're trying to roll is.
Okay.
At which point you'd be like, actually, my character is going to try to bust in on the scene, and you would sacrifice either a point of charisma that you earned from backstage or a film, and then you would be like, actually, my characters would come in and they're going to change it to, psychological horror or whatever. And then you explain like how your character is making the scene about them, either if they're like in the background doing something flashy or interacting directly.
Okay.
At which point you guys would roll off. You would both roll the talent that you selected and the genre that you selected.
Okay.
Yes. And you would have the ability to negate his his change in the genre by sacrificing one of your own points.
Right.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Johnson G. Johnson has been working overtime in a physics laboratory down the street from the movie studio to really just learn what is a science gun. How do science guns work? Tell me, damn it! How do science guns work? I need this. So this is going to be a method roll.
Sir, this is a pharmacy.
This is going to be a method roll.
All right.
Anybody challenging me?
I'm challenging. What happens if two people challenge?
First person to go in challenges.
Go for it.
What does that would go in?
Like
you
toss
do
your
player.
point, or you would otherwise identify that you want to challenge first.
Oh, okay. Is it like group consensus? I don't want to upstage
No,
you
go for it.
because you said it first.
You're fine.
Yeah.
My idea is slightly changed, so you go ahead.
Oh,
Okay.
All right. And then how do I just give this back to
Just
you then?
give the point.
Okay,
Yep.
great.
Spend a charisma.
So-
You're going to try to upstage me.
I am. So how does this work again? The rolls and everything?
Well, first
You have to say how you're going to do it.
Sure. Okay. So.
Oh, and also which genre you're changing it to.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. I'm changing it to buddy cop.
Okay.
Come on.
All right. Frankie wants to bust in the lab and steal your gun that you're making.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow.
how?
Because Frankie already has the regular gun.
Yeah.
Frankie wants to possess all the guns, and I think he wants to do that probably because he wants to be the one to figure out whether the president is a robot. So he's going to shoot him with both guns, and maybe his buddy, if he finds one, will have the other gun. But he hasn't really thought this whole thing through
Okay,
yet.
so we've really ended up in a very Men in Black
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, and now it's an opposed roll.
Yes.
Okay.
So, what talent do you want to use to roll this?
Well, I had been using method.
Mhm.
I'm still good to use method.
Yes, you are.
So I'm using method in what is now a buddy cop genre, which gives me 5 total dice.
Yes.
Okay.
And you are also going to be rolling whatever you have in method and also buddy cop.
Okay. If you use a film, does it just give you one, or does that not? Is that not for dice rolling? That's for you can use this for that, but not for rolling, right?
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes
They
sense.
don't impact rolling the points to.
Yeah.
They just impact your ability to upstage or change the genre.
Cool. I think I'm gonna do screen presence.
No, you have to
No.
you have to do what he does.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you
okay,
have to
that's
do
fine.
the.
I dictate the
So you did
talent, but
method
you.
and buddy cop.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
then I get 4.
you changed it to buddy cop.
Yes.
So he selected the method. You got
Yeah,
you
gotcha.
did the buddy.
All right, that makes
How many
sense.
do you need?
I need 4.
Oh, that is nice. They
Yeah.
sounded like
Oh, there's one in there.
there's a poker chip.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
The decoy.
So one at a
Do
time.
you want to roll first or me?
You go ahead.
All right. So how many 4, 5s, or 6s?
2 successes.
All right. 2 successes. All
So
right,
you
put
have
that
to
the side.
if she rolls 2 successes, does she successfully upstage?
You guys both re-roll the entire thing.
Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
All right, and boom. How'd I do? Oh,
One,
yeah, we
two,
tied.
three.
We-
Yeah,
Oh, no,
I
I won.
upstaged.
I won.
Yeah.
Ah, cool.
Okay. So how
You're good.
how does the scene play out in your favor?
I think so. I bust in. You're shocked, super shocked, because I'm like a clearly a young dude, but in like old dude makeup. So first of all, you're like, I don't understand this, and so you're so confused that I just run past you, grab your gun, and I leave through the hole that I exploded in your wall. Because apparently this grizzled veteran bartender still has some of his grenades from World War III he had left over. I think they're probably like plasma grenades or something very Halo-y.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have been upstage, which I guess apparently means I get a studio note.
You do get a studio note,
Ooh.
and you get a point of star power because you won the scene.
Oh,
So what do I
alright.
do with the studio note?
First, you read it aloud.
Okay. You develop a mysterious but hilarious space illness.
Me, that's not
What
so
might that
happy. You
And we
bubblegum
can wait
bunny,
until your
sorry.
next scene to decide that.
Oh, cool.
I think we will.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait till my next scene because I'm gonna consider this.
All right.
All right. So you get your victory point.
Yes.
You play the scene played out in your favor, and it is now goes to you.
Oh, okay. So I got to do another scene.
Now it's your
Now it's your actual
Yeah.
scene.
Oh, okay.
Because
Just
you
because of the
invaded
turn
his-
order, yes.
Yes.
Okay, good stuff.
Oh, and this is a space opera scene. So does that shift now?
No. Only if you fail a roll by yourself without anyone upstaging you.
Okay,
Okay.
gotcha.
So these happen during roll fails, pretty much.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. All right, so I have not thought about this. Okay, so it's probably gonna be.
We're still in a buddy cop.
So I got two. Yes, I'm gonna go find a buddy. That's what I can do. So can I have like other people be in scenes with me? How do I incorporate other people? into
You
the
can
scene?
say like who you want to be in the scene,
Uh-huh.
and we will interact with you. You will be in control of the scene unless we
Got a lot
try
of
to
cops.
stage you.
Yeah, there's like a lot of.
We got
cops
1,
here.
2, and 3.
Well, I mean, when one of our genres was buddy cop, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're a cop.
Yes.
What are you?
Renegade space cop with nothing to lose.
Oh yeah. That appeals to Frankie a lot. Okay, you're gonna be in the
Gotcha.
scene with Frankie. So basically, you're gonna be waiting like back at our hideout at the bar, which is the basement
I'm
of the bar.
convinced that the president is secretly a robot. I heard this from my ghost friends.
Yes, you.
Yeah, they
you
tell me
convinced
everything.
Frankie of that, and Frankie
Yeah.
is a war veteran with a lot of issues, so he inherently trusts and believes you that all of this is correct. So that's why Frankie is willing to go and take the guns, and so he gives you one of the guns, buddy. So we're buddies now, basically.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Alright, you're establishing the friendship.
Okay.
What talent do you want to roll for this?
All right. I think I'm gonna do method because Chester is such a buddy. And then, do we have to roll genre too?
We have to roll
Yes.
genre.
Okay. Then 4 dice.
Yeah.
So does the on-screen phase follow the same like diminishment rules?
No, it does not.
Right, because we're all
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's no
I
need to
remember.
get anyone out anymore. I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah,
So
you
that's
can,
fine.
and narratively you can call cut. You have stunt doubles,
Right.
things like that.
Oh, I love it.
So, just saying before Anna rolls,
Mm-hmm.
maybe someone should interrupt this scene just because she's already got 1 point out of 3.
I can do it.
You're maneuvering me. How dare you?
I was thinking possibly the love interest, but you know.
I can probably.
I got it separate.
Marine
Okay.
biologist
Alright.
plus philanthropist.
Oh yeah, is that a reference to something? Someone made that as a reference, right?
The Jake
No.
Nash thing?
Marine biologist plus.
No, I just marine
philanthropist.
biologist is like a common like
It sounds familiar to me.
I thought that was a
a
JoJo's reference, but that's just me.
never seen it.
They're marine biologists and JoJo's. I don't know.
Yes, you know that picture of like this really grizzled guy, and the caption says, "This is a 17-year-old character."
No.
Oh, that, yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't.
yeah, he's a marine
I don't.
biologist.
There are people that are both sometimes, but that's all I know. That was a weird episode. Anyway,
Great show.
it's a weird show.
Alright.
That's the whole point. Okay, so you're challenging me.
Yes.
How are you doing this?
Never mind.
Do you want to do it first?
No, you did it first. So.
Okay. I already have 1 victory point.
You gonna let
Yeah.
him do that? Yeah, the whole point was to not let me get a victory point. Now, one person with a victory point is guaranteed to get another victory
So you can like take
Yeah.
over the scene. You're in the scene with her already.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you have more victory charisma points than I do.
So wait. So yeah, this is another point. Like, so does this work if multiple people want to contest the scene?
It
It's
is-
technically whoever does it first.
Yes.
But like, is that always how it is? Okay.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, that's the rules as written.
We would just let Harrison do it for plot interestingness.
Absolutely.
Maybe.
I would allow him to
No,
take
okay,
over.
Mm-hmm.
Weren't
you
you?
have to give me a second.
Got to think of
We're
how.
in the small town of Riverdale, Iowa.
We're crushing. We're fucking crushing these cupcakes. They're all gonna be gone by the time we've left.
So,
Yeah.
They're very small, to be fair.
what we need to do, prove the president is a robot, is that a real warm-blooded human would clearly take the golden gun if we offered it to them and not the science space gun.
Oh, so instead of shooting people, this has become a red pill, blue pill thing. All
And
right.
so clearly, what we'll do is if he takes the wrong gun, then we know he's a robot and we can shoot him And I know this is true because I'm a grizzled space cop with nothing to lose.
Wow.
I like how both plans involve just running at the president with guns.
Yeah.
We're gonna give him a choice, and if he chooses wrong, then he can make no more choices.
Yeah. I love this that you convince Frankie of like the situation, which is actually correct, but then you're just very wrong about how to solve it. Like in reality.
So you,
Love that.
as the upstager, now gets a chance to switch the genre
Oh,
to
yeah.
a genre that is more favorable to you.
More favorable.
So you're good in buddy cop.
Is he allowed to look at mine?
We're
Or can I
space opera.
kind of cover that?
I mean, that's up to you if you want to cover it.
Yeah.
We're
He's not going to know what I'm good at.
Right.
Back to space.
Back to space
opera.
Okay.
Do I have to roll for this?
Yes. So each of you roll and then compare your total successes.
Now, the number of dice you roll is based on the talent that she chooses.
Oh.
Well, she already chose.
I already
didn't
chose this
choose.
method acting, so.
Okay.
Oh well, fuck.
So I still got 4 dice.
I
You
have
got 2
two.
dice.
Yeah.
So
I'll
see,
see what
after
happens.
you, my friend. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay,
Not
still
bad.
one success. Not terrible. All right. Let's see. See what
Diana
happens.
rolls like me.
Oh god, I hope not. Usually pretty good roller.
Oh,
I got one. I got one.
success,
So
one
we
success.
re-roll.
Both
of
re-roll.
us re-roll.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Go ahead again. I will.
2 successes.
Oh,
Hey!
Damn it! You're good at this. Oh god, we're not gonna figure out if he's a robot. We're not gonna figure it out.
That's how it works.
So his motive doesn't achieve our goal, though, and that's okay. If it makes the movie
you
more
are,
interesting?
Yeah, you're moving your way towards the plot of the resolution of the plot of figuring out of proving whether or not he's a
His
robot.
plan might be incorrect, but
Yes.
That his goal
narratively
is
it is still in
Okay,
service
gotcha,
of the goal.
gotcha. He's just wrong.
Exactly.
Whoa!
Oh, 4 successes.
So you
won.
successfly defend against
I
the
did.
My
I
interesting
did.
thing.
But can we can
Turns
make that
out-
like, we can make that part of the scene though, right?
What the
Like we can struggle about like what to do with
Yeah.
the guns,
Yeah.
like when we
sure,
did
yeah,
it.
absolutely.
We could just have like an old,
Struggle.
like we could just have like a senile old man argument about it. Let's be like, no man, we gotta
We gotta do
shoot
this.
him with both of
I
with
heard
both
from,
of guns.
from the ghosts. They
Uh-huh.
told me.
They took- what
And
is it?
also, oh well.
We shouldn't
Actually,
give him
my
the
plan.
guns. We can't let him choose the. That's not how this works, man. We gotta shoot him with the guns. Boom
Both
boom,
of them.
boom boom.
You're right.
Yes,
You're
I know, right? I'm correct. Thank you. All right, cool.
We should shoot him with both guns, double barrel.
Yes, I go
real-
woohoo, and I shoot the ceiling with both guns, and
A
some
real human would die.
of the metal
and we'll
falls
know he's
down.
a robot if he
And there's
doesn't.
also a bullet hole. It's unfortunate. I shouldn't have done that. I'm an old man. I'm very confused.
I'm just an old man with a science gun.
Yep. Big science gun. Plot related. Plot related.
Okay, so you're at 2 points,
All right.
which we established means you can reveal the twist if you so wish.
Okay.
I didn't think about that. Okay, I do so wish because I really want to know what this is. All right, viewers, get ready. The twist is happening. All right. Ooh, it is the day. Today, the plan goes into action. It is interrupted by a large machine of sorts, and one of the main characters is piloting it. That was so cool. That was so cool. I love it. Kaiju.
So
Yeah.
I assume it'll be one of. Oh well.
Yeah,
so
who's
you
going to
go
be
around.
pilots? I think it should be one of you guys since you haven't gone yet. Have you gone yet?
I have gone.
You
at least.
went
Three of
first,
us
that's
have
right.
gone.
I think it should be-
Harrison has
yeah.
attempted to do so.
So the twists, how does that incorporate? So basically, they can just choose to incorporate it into their turns
Now
if
this,
they want.
this is an official thing,
Mm-hmm.
but what people have been doing is with these different items that have been attributed, people can be like, okay, I'm going to incorporate this item into my turn.
Okay, gotcha. So it's an option now, just like all of these are
Yeah.
options. Okay,
Okay.
cool.
Okay. Since you failed that, don't you draw a studio action?
Yes, you do.
Oh no. This
So,
looks like
what's your
something I
studio
would
now?
write. Well, this is one that I had written about
Okay.
myself, and I'm not sure if it really makes super sense. Maybe it will.
You go for it. That's the
You
point.
start to look down on people from different worlds than you.
Oh no, he
Oh,
becomes
no.
a racist, a space racist.
Space racist.
Basis?
A
Yeah, we
spacist.
did.
A spacist.
I knew that robot was from Jupiter the entire time. We have to take him down.
Alright. Here we go.
Alright.
Follow me here. On the distant moon of Nebulon Prime, city off of Nebulon Prime, it is the next morning, where together, the potentially robotic President Space has woken up in
That's
bed
his name. It's just President Space. That's his name.
with Lysander Thornhill.
Wait, what? Also, I'm so here for our gay robot overlords. I'm just like,
As Lysander goes about his morning routine, he notices something out of the corner of his eye. And he leaps into action, perhaps over dramatically, to fend off a snake that was perhaps inserted as an assassin against the love of his life, President Space.
No, Anakin!
It's a CGI.
Yeah.
It's a CGI snake. No animals were harmed.
No, it's a live snake.
We're going for like.
it's the one that Brittany used at the VMAs.
Yeah.
It's just that big albino like python. Yeah.
But he's sort of like overacting it in a actor who shall remain unnamed kind of taking up the entire scene.
He was trained for the stage.
Yeah.
It's a different.
Yeah.
It's different.
Play
work.
big.
Projecting.
What are you using?
So I would like to use scene presence and space opera.
Alright, so screen presence, whatever dice you have in that, and whatever dice you have in. Oh, shucks.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Get
Alright,
those
so
points.
we might not be space opera no more.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
I was gonna say, snakes sound psychological horror.
Yeah,
Yes.
I love it. Charity was the snake the whole time.
Alright, how are you coming in?
So. Let's get this. Okay.
Are you a boy or a girl in the movie? I'm confused.
I'm a guy, of course. I mean, come on. Can't you see? I have this mustache and everything.
We're doing a John Travolta and hairspray type.
I love
But of course,
this.
You could be.
It's Chet Rippo.
So it could be a woman. It's not. There's no gender on that card.
Yeah.
You're a drag king now.
You could be
Well-
a drag king.
Well,
President
So-
Space is willing to pleasure anyone.
As the snake jumps out and we have Lysander
Lysander.
leaping out of bed to defend the president
President Space.
President Space.
from the corner where the windows are. There is no. Out of the corner of his eye, he spies a giant machine coming up. The snake was only a distraction.
floor snake.
And instead, Chet Rippo is riding this giant, mechanized scorpion flying thing, which is, of course, able to be piloted pretty easily here in the lower gravity of Nebulon Prime.
In Iowa. It's in the town of Riverside, Iowa.
Yeah.
In the town of Riverside, Iowa. But this thing is almost organic as it comes up.
Terrible.
It's just like you can almost hear it like moving, the muscles going through, and one of the pincers goes through the window and grabs President Space.
Oh no, let's see what happens. Alright, so we switch over to psychological horror.
Yep.
What talent are you using for this? Screen presence?
Yes.
Yeah.
Screen presence was what you chose at the beginning.
Yeah.
Alright, so however many dice you have in screen presence and any dice in psychological horror.
No.
Okay.
Cool.
Ooh,
Two
okay.
successes.
All right.
Take up. Oh my
Come on,
God.
Jacob. Roll like you normally do.
Alright, so we got two
Oh,
successes.
Oh, damn.
You
Yep,
are
that's
four
full
above, right?
success.
Yeah,
Full
four above.
success.
Yeah.
5
Cool.
successes.
You got fucking sniped, my
So
friend.
how'd that play out for you?
Right.
Well, Chet Rippo is now in possession of the space president, or President Space, and has taken him hostage.
No.
And
This is fine.
it is he has retreated back into a deep, dense forest.
On the Iowa moon space city.
Yeah, so I think I
Living.
figured out a solution to this problem. Iowa is just the name of a province. On
Yeah.
On
Nebula.
Io.
Oh, I love that.
We did it!
We got there, everyone.
Oh, I love it.
That was good. That was good.
Okay, and now it's Jacob's actual turn.
Oh, wait,
What
first.
have you got?
My studio note is you've fallen for my trap, which if you wrote it, fits very neatly.
I think I wrote it.
So you just have a trap that's associated that your character's fallen into.
Yep.
So how do you think you're going to incorporate that into your future scenes? Keep that in mind.
All right.
But now, Chad, I think.
Chad Rippo gets to go. Let's see. I think that having secured the president, it's now time for a villainous monologue. In which I rant to the solar system about how they must pay me $1 billion.
Okay.
Or space credits, whichever one you like. But trying to incorporate psychological horror.
You're torturing president.
However,
Well, don't worry about that. You won't have to incorporate psychological horror much longer.
yeah. However,
Because
I already got my Yu-Gi-Oh move up.
Are you going to toss it? I mean, if you,
I was going to
think-
use one of my movies
you can also do
as
that.
play there.
I wanted to do this.
Whoever is physically capable
I'm just going
of
to
doing it
finish
first.
establishing,
Sure.
and then
I don't know how.
I heard check before the thing.
That's fair. That's totally
What is
fair.
using your movie
Okay.
dice?
Gravity, why aren't you
It's the
faster?
same
Come
as
on.
using a
it's same as
Yeah.
using a
charisma.
Oh.
Okay. And I think, yeah,
I don't even know what skill he's checking
Yeah.
yet.
screen presence for sure. And then,
Oh yeah, technically, isn't it supposed to be after we know everything that he's using, then we can do
Yeah,
it?
but y'all
the
are
intention
fucking hot off the
is-
block.
That's the best way to do it. But,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
people's passions get fired up.
however, this is actually, there is no broadcast, there is no camera. This is him just ranting to the president himself. It doesn't seem like Mr. Chad Rippo is in his right mind.
No.
All right.
Okay.
But
That was my
You
establishment.
go ahead. Actually,
Yeah.
you haven't had a
How are
chance
you
to interject.
converting this?
So,
Oh yeah, what are we doing?
you seem to have fallen for my trap. The idea, of course, is to root out spies, traitors, those who would seek to harm President Space. Get them into vulnerable actions where they overplay their hand. Then use my mechanized boxing gloves
Damn, I was gonna go for that. Yes.
to leap out the window onto your flying creature. Gradually climb my way up using their rocket powers and bash in the cockpit to save President Space.
Alrighty.
I love it.
I assume these are your old robot boxing gloves from your sports days.
Yeah, we've seen real steel.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right.
So,
what
screen presence
Screen presence?
and sports.
Yes.
So I've got 4 dice.
Okay.
How many more?
I also have 4.
Excellent.
I got 2 more over here.
Okay. Yep.
Me
Alright.
and me.
Let's see what happens.
All right.
Is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh. We didn't roll a lot of full successes here. I guess it's a pretty decent chance. Sorry, bud.
Oh, I know exactly how this is going.
I get another one of these.
Yes, you do.
That's blank. Cool.
That is
Okay,
only one of
that's the
them.
wrong pile.
Alright. I know exactly how this is ending too, for that matter.
Is it terrible?
I didn't like that.
Alright. So, what's your character's name?
Lysander Thornhill.
As Lysander
Got it
Thornhill
memorized.
climbs up to the cockpit, our eyes meet.
Yes.
I am the main villain, of course.
Oh,
Nice.
that's right.
What's your studio now? Falls along with main villain or?
Yeah,
that's his character.
Oh, okay.
That's his character.
Nice. That's cool.
And
Does that mean
as our-
the robot the robot president is a secondary hero? Is that what that means? Somehow. I'm so confused, but I like it.
And as our eyes meet, and you smash your way into the cockpit, we know that you are no longer on the side of the solar system. You are now with me. You have joined me.
All right, here's your victory point.
Love it.
All right, so you're at 2. You're also close to victory.
Shit.
Now, I feel I should have mentioned this earlier, but when we have 2 people who are close to victory, only 1 point away, when upstaging comes in, and it looks like that person is going to win, either has to. For that last victory point, people can just toss in as many, like they can all try to upstage one another. It can just pile on top of each other until either that person if you lose one of those rolls, you're out. Like you can't roll anymore. But people can just basically toss up to try to get that 1 victory point.
Sure.
Okay. So anyone can try to not let them get that victory point, basically?
Yes, but if you fail in one of those rolls, then you're out for
So
it.
it's hard to get that last victory
It's hard to get that last victory
Yeah.
point.
And
Because theoretically, you could go through all the other people
Pretty much.
before you get to it.
Do those upstages happen sequentially?
Yes.
Okay.
What does that mean?
So like, if he's about to get a victory point and I want to try to prevent it, I try to upstage. I fail. Someone else then jumps in and tries their own version of upstaging.
Yes.
Gotcha.
It doesn't happen all simultaneously. It's I try it, then Harrison tries it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
Cool.
Harrison, it's your turn.
We arrive at the scene of the chaos in Pandemonium. I say,
Yeah, we have escaped already at this point, I guess.
Well,
It's up to you.
Yeah.
what do you mean escaped? Where are you? Everything.
I don't know. You're establishing the scene. You go for whatever.
I find where you all are.
Oh, okay. Do you take me with you? We're buddies.
Yes, we're buddies. It's
Cool.
a buddy cop film.
Cool.
Not
We're
really.
all there. Was it a mechanical thing that?
It was mechano-organic.
Mechanics.
Using Vong
Yeah.
Uh,
Techno-organic score.
for the
Because
Star
I'm a
Wars people
renegade
out there.
space cop with nothing to lose, I shoot at it with both guns immediately. One of which is the space super tech metal dissolving gun. And it hits the creature carrying both of you. And it starts screeching as it begins to dissolve and turn into something else.
So this is a sports redemption move we're in right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shooting is a sport.
Yeah.
Okay.
How can you incorporate that?
So, what happened was they're flying away, okay? And we didn't follow them. We're at a shooting range, and I'm about to win the competition and become the best shooter in space. And I miss because, you know what? I have no method. I did not study shooting beforehand. It's way off. But in character, that's also true. I shoot with both guns the escaping space scorpion slug thing, and it starts screeching as it impacts the earth, and it looks very cool, like a Transformer scene.
So you're using method.
It could be screen presence or physicality. It's up to you.
I'm
Yeah,
going
what's
to
the
say
stat that you're choosing?
Screen presence.
All right, I'm doing it.
Okay.
You're upstaging?
I want to win.
All right.
I want to win the game. Let's do this. So also-
upstage.
So
Yeah, if
the way-
I upstage him,
Yes.
what happens?
So if you upstage him, first you choose the genre we're switching to,
Okay.
and then you can say "nuh-uh-uh," and you can put down your own coin to say that she cannot do that.
Wow. So he can say no.
Well, so the upstage still happens. The genre shift.
The genre shift doesn't
Oh, okay.
happen.
The genre shift could stay the same. Okay, great.
Currently went towards redemption.
Yeah, I'm gonna choose space opera.
Okay.
Oh, it's kind of different.
Okay. All right. So you can hold on to your point.
Yep.
But now you said you were doing screen presence for this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So roll your dice.
What is your plan for this?
Yeah.
How are
Oh
you
yeah,
upstaging?
yeah.
How are
This
you
is
co-opting?
deeply important. So, I don't want my buddy to get all the glory in shooting. My plan was to hopefully have each of us have one gun.
Oh, wow.
So before he can get a shot off, I'm gonna try to come up and be like, "But give me the other gun." I don't really care which gun I take. I'm just trying to get one of the guns. Be like, "Bro, we're gonna do this together. We're buddies. We're buddies forever." And get the gun, and then we both shoot the ship together because that's what we were meant to do. It's destiny.
That's an interesting plan.
Yeah.
but then also you'd win immediately.
Yeah.
I'm a renegade
So,
space
question
cop.
here.
I re-upstage you. I need to shoot with both guns to show how grizzled and cool I am.
So, what are you trying to switch the genre?
So you can't
No.
re-upstage.
You can't re-upstage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
you're
now it's just an
still-
opposing.
You
Now-
can
now it's
say
just a
no,
roll.
don't switch the genre, but it's where I'm
But that's
upstaging you.
Yeah.
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 So,
So right now you're just rolling opposed.
What?
But like that's actually my next question is since it's his scene,
yes.
but she's upstaging and about to win, can we then upstage her?
Once this roll is resolved, yes.
Oh,
Okay.
Basically,
because then
everyone-
it becomes my scene.
Because then it
Yes.
becomes
Basically,
You have
when
taken
the
over
last
the
point is on the table, if someone's about to win, everyone can just like basically jump in to say no me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Anything to try to stop you. The goal is to try to stop you, not necessarily get the point.
Cool. Okay.
Okay,
Gotcha.
So you two are currently rolling a
A
screen presence
space
space opera.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. That is
One success.
One victory point. Yep.
All right. Let's see how this goes. I also have 4 dice. I get 2 points.
Two successes.
Alright.
I have
Okay,
one.
yeah.
Anna is currently going to be claiming the
Yes.
Victory.
Unless I do this.
if so now
Yes.
What happened?
does she have to declare a new
Or no?
talent, or is just every single thing that comes out of this going to be screen present?
Can't remember how it's written, but I believe that she can choose the new talent.
Okay.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So I still choose the talent, but you can choose the genre now since you
Yes.
upstaged me.
It's
Okay.
basically you upstaged him,
Mhm.
and now I can jump in and try to upstage you. I
Okay.
think you can try to upstage after one of these rolls. I can't
Yeah.
remember.
Okay.
We'll see what's fun.
Yeah.
Sure. That's the best way to design a game, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you get to.
All right. So do you want to choose the genre first?
So yeah, I'm gonna shift the genre into. Let's see.
You got to make a rule that I can't hide my card, otherwise I'm totally gonna hide my card every
I
time.
know I should have checked beforehand. It doesn't help that we write with these dry erase markers.
Yeah, you can barely read them anyway.
Yeah, they're fat.
They are very fat.
All right,
fat
let's
markers.
see.
Don't body shame the markers. Okay, that's not
Yeah,
nice.
you're right.
That's not nice.
Uh,
I want to have fun, but I also want to win. This is a problem.
yeah,
Yeah,
that is the problem.
that is it.
So, okay, I don't have anything in sports, so that's off the table. But, alright, so I'm definitely gonna do physicality. I know that.
Well, she's the one who
you're in
chooses
charge of that.
the-
Shoot.
yeah.
Let's go back on space opera. No, you're good at that.
I think it was just on. I
It was-
switched it to space opera.
Yes.
So it was
Yeah,
on space opera. Yeah.
Alright, we're going back to buddy cop.
Buddy cop. All right. Cool.
Alright, so I
So-
got 4 dice. How about
Yeah.
yourself?
So what
Or
was?
no, we don't know what trait it is. Because
Yeah, I
Oh,
have
yeah.
to pick.
Shucks,
So
I keep
I get
getting
to
that.
choose. So I get 4 dice regardless of what I pick. So
Darn it.
it's gonna be.
Quick, hide your sheet.
It's gonna be method. You didn't hide your sheet quick enough.
Alright, let's see what happens.
The laugh of the real villain.
That's my
from this all.
Yzma laugh, actually.
Alright, I got nothing.
Oh no.
Is that my?
There's the kid.
If you both get nothing, then you re-roll.
Hey, got some good boys.
Someone stop her. So basically, Chet / Jake Nash is like seeing what's happening and is like still on the streets, just basically telling people like, "Just realize the president is a robot. Is anyone concerned about this?" Everyone's just like seeing the giant robot scorpion fly away, and like they're way ahead of me on this basically.
Thing.
Yeah, so while this is happening, I basically tried to grab the anti-metal gun from you, and I'm like, I look like Howard Hughes at this point because I'm rich and also crazy. And that's
I feel
a
like
reference.
in the script, this scene would just be a struggle ensues.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
There's a shaky cam, like 25 cuts as we try to grab the gun.
Yep.
But yeah, I am like knocked to the ground.
Oh,
And you get the gun, I guess. And I get a studio note.
cool.
Oh, Harrison also.
Oh,
does-
and yeah, Harrison also gets a studio note for having
Yes.
Oh, that's
been overtaken.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to attempt to usurp
We
your
just go around the table.
your
Yeah,
usurpation.
yeah. So you got a point there.
This is terrible.
What have you got?
The alien monster was inside me the whole time.
Oh God.
I don't like
How does
that.
that work?
So you were, as you were like getting ready to aim the gun, I guess you're just like, my stomach hurts.
All right.
Mine says we received a product placement from Manatee Aid. Make sure to work it into your scene. It's like, don't you see? The space whales are injured, just like the manatees of old, that are now gone because of their motorboat accidents.
Thanks, Florida.
So I am going to attempt to use would you like to...
I'm a
You
substitute.
get the
I was going like sports.
You get to move the genre, and then I pick the,
I like it
the
though.
methodology.
So I am going to move the genre into psychological horror. I have developed a mysterious but hilarious space illness, which is known as stellar dermatitis, which causes my skin to become translucent and also to give off a faint glow,
He's a
much
ghost.
in the manner of a ghost.
He's a ghost. He's a ghost.
And I say, you killed me
Oh no!
and stole my guns.
Stole your guns. What?
What do you mean, what?
Are you from the war?
I don't even know who you are.
Line!
It was literally last week.
Yeah,
You
that's
stole
fair.
my gun.
Yeah, that's fair. Cool.
And
Yeah.
so I am attempting to upstage you with my now ghostly presence.
Okay, all right. I am going to choose screen presence, which gives me a total of 3 dice.
Dang.
What do you get, Greg?
1 die.
Oh,
Alright, now we're in psychological horror at least.
Yeah.
It's psychological horror.
Yeah.
Nope.
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 Well,
Yeah.
okay, there's still a chance.
Fingers
Roll your
crossed.
3 dice.
I'm knocking them down one by one, but let's see if I actually get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
All
barely.
right.
So Greg, you got another
Barely.
screen note.
do, I get
yeah,
another
studio
screen.
note.
First thing.
What we got?
Psychological. Oh no, this doesn't apply. You've just been pushed out of a plane and have to invent a parachute before it's too late. Okay, so I guess I should probably do this now. I'm actually on top of the scorpion,
Yeah.
and I've
That's
been
convenient.
shoved off, and I'm like, oh no, what do I do? What do I do? And I take my shoelaces and working very, 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 very quickly,
knit.
I pull the threads apart, and luckily my shoelaces are made of carbon fiber, so they're actually very strong even at ultra thin widths, and I sort of hold it above my head like a very small leaf, but it works.
Oh wait. Maybe
That's the gravity on Io.
maybe the sickness also makes you very light, so
Ooh.
you can be supported by
Could
a
be.
very small weight.
Could be, yeah.
Yes, you're not just translucent. You are weightless.
Like a ghost.
You are
Like a
transcendent.
All right, who else is going to
All
try to usurp?
Anybody?
Oh yeah.
Anybody?
Yeah.
All right.
Dang.
Very quickly, where are you in this scene?
Oh, I'm probably
What is
still.
happening?
I think we're still fighting for the gun
We're
because you're
still fighting
fine,
for the
right?
gun.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
Oh, I guess
the,
it wasn't-
the, the
an
fight.
alien just jumped out of the
Oh
side of
yeah.
my body.
So we were
So I'm
fighting
like,
for the
ah.
gun, and then an alien jumped out of his body, and then he fell off the ship.
Which you were on a shooting gallery on a ship. That's what I
Shooting at another
Yeah.
ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, it was a
Yeah.
shooting gallery. Yeah,
I wasn't
for sure.
imagining
But
it
we
on
can
a ship.
Now-
though.
now-
I thought we were on the ship. I'm confused now.
Yeah,
In,
no,
Where are
so
we?
in the context
nearby.
of this, like in the sense that we're filming a bad movie,
Uh-huh.
the script supervisor just fucked off for the day,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, you guys are just like,
I'll make it up.
yeah, exactly.
I'll make it up.
You're
Okay,
like,
so basically,
we'll
the
fix it in post.
We're
yeah, so
literally
the,
just jumping
there's a
from set
shooting
to set.
gallery on
Yeah.
another ship, but for some reason it's open topped because in 2069
That's
the
what they did.
the safety laws are very lax, and the gravity field got turned off somehow. So we're able to just aim up at the other ship that's flying like next to us in the sky and just go pew pew if we wanted to, which we haven't done yet because we're still presumably wrestling with the gun. So I'm in a state of like trying to wrestle one gun from him, but an alien has just burst out of his chest, and this guy fell off the ship. So that's where we are right now. I don't know how this will conclude,
This is like the
but go
climax.
ahead.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm on the ground, having failed to steal the gun from you as
I'm
well.
sorry, Chet.
Having just failed in my efforts to rescue President Space.
Oh.
And
And
falling
you're
in love.
torn between two loves. I need my time
So you were on
to
the
get
ship,
away.
though,
I
right?
was on the Scorpion
On the
ship.
Scorpion
That's
ship.
what I thought.
Not the shooting gallery.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
the shooting gallery ship. Okay.
And so I shoot off from the Scorpion ship with my rocket-powered boxing gloves
Oh, they're rocket power now?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, okay. Sure.
to land and gracefully soliloquy about my dear problems that I face, the challenges of love that I face, torn between two different loves, fully interrupting your scene and taking over.
Not even trying.
All right, fair
Space
enough.
opera. What's the challenge there?
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna go with we're gonna go with method. Yep.
It's not the worst.
How many die?
4.
Oh, okay, me too. All right, this is a very
Great,
even match.
another
Chris,
even
where's
roll.
the other one? Oh, there
I've
it
done
is.
great on these.
All right, you go ahead.
Cool.
One
One.
success.
One.
Okay.
Really good.
This is very stressful. I have to beat so many people. Oh, this would be like the what is it? The like arena arc in a shonen where like everyone just has to battle each other in order to get to the top. Hey, got it.
Goodness
Yeah,
gracious. Okay. So.
All right, last one.
Oh no!
I think Harrison
we still have
started
films.
We saw what?
We still have films,
films.
and some people still have charisma. We can
Yeah.
go. We can do this all day.
Oh, you just get to keep going?
So we've
That's
all
just not
we've
one
all
per
based.
person?
How many people have not?
This
How,
is
who has
exhausting.
not?
Jacob is
rolled
the
yet?
only one who has not
Okay,
attempted
it's-
to overtake.
It's basically him, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But then we can all
we didn't know
challenge
if
him.
it was Harrison.
Yeah. Let's let Harrison have one more go.
Oh, since
It's a
this
challenge.
is technically his scene.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
hasn't
that's,
challenged yet. I just
Yeah.
usurped him. That makes sense. All right,
So
two more.
Jacob and Harrison each get.
Until Jacob wins, and then we all have to challenge him to prevent him winning.
Ah,
Oh, yeah, you have
shit.
2 also.
So
Okay.
at this
Alright.
point, you're trying to fight all this stuff off, and you had Mr. Lysander
Lysander.
here,
Yeah.
Lysander, just
Cold
trying
deal.
to take over the scene. It didn't work. You pretty much just like stepped in front of the camera and were totally fine. But now you see a tendril of some sort coming up and wrapping itself around the gun that you are pointing at the
Oh,
scorpion
that's
ship.
specific.
That's weird.
Yeah.
It's
I don't like it.
it seems to be coming out of the shadow that you are casting yourself.
I'm confused.
Suddenly Lovecraft.
Is this
Psychological horror.
related to
Psychological
your...
horror.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know how this started to happen. I'm
Alright.
confused.
And what are we using?
Okay, so
Probably screen presence.
it doesn't have to be that though, right?
No, it doesn't.
Pick whatever
I
else.
need to-
I'm gonna go method.
Okay,
So I get 3 die. How many die you get?
3.
1, 2, 3. You go.
Heads up.
Honestly, I hope you lose and Harrison wins.
No. Alright, let's see.
Oh, reroll change.
Just one. This would suck if I lost. Like if I lost on Harrison though. This is the last.
That
I
would
got
be
her on the
pretty
whole
great.
table.
Yeah.
Hey, got one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Damn. All right.
Alright.
Harrison.
You're able to shake off the
Studio note.
Studio note, please.
Yep.
Extra on a charisma.
Yep. Sorry.
All right.
I'm gonna attempt.
So one second.
Oh.
I now have a strained relationship with my family.
Oh. Oh dear.
Surprise! I decided to kidnap the president.
Your father.
The president's your dad.
My father!
President's your dad.
Wait, so that means
Oh boy!
Oh no! Oh god! I don't like this anymore. I'm gonna get off this crazy ship.
Okay.
All right.
This has become a shipwreck.
What will you move the genre to, Harrison?
It's going right into
It depends on when it finishes filming, Adam.
buddy cop.
All right.
I decide you can have the golden gun, but so I take the space gun and I shoot the scorpion ship above us with that as I'm not dying.
What are your studio notes?
Oh, they're here. This is an alien and this is space racist.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
How are those getting incorporated?
do they have to be?
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you want
In every
to give
scene?
them up. Yeah.
The alien is like going like, "Arr," and I'm like, it's real hard for me to do that.
He's using it to steady his hand. The alien's coming out here, and he just leans his hand on it to get that last shot.
I'm very grizzled space cop, so I'm fine. And I decide I don't like this space scorpion. I need to shoot it with the science gun because this space scorpion from fucking Nebulon Prime, and I hate everything from Nebulon Prime.
We're
It's
on
anti-
Oh, space
Well-
racist.
Yeah. Well, you could be a transplant.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's exactly what a space racist would do, wouldn't they? Go to the
Yeah.
planet that they don't like.
Just be
and look down
hypocritical
on
about
them.
everything. I love it.
So yeah, then I do that and I shoot the scorpion with the science gun.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use my screen presence.
No, you
No,
don't get to
I
decide.
pick.
You choose.
I
You
pick.
get to choose.
I get
You
to
you
choose.
chose
Oh,
the
we're
genre.
fighting
You get
about
to
it.
choose the.
Yeah, we're doing a new method. Sorry, bro.
That's
We're
okay.
doing a new method. So yes. So and then I guess my like story counter to that would be like I see my buddy cop trying to shoot the gun without me, so I just like whip it up real as fast as I can, try to shoot at the exact same time because we gotta do that because we're buddies, we're bonded for life.
Okay.
We blood pacts. Anyway, so that's what we gotta do. All right, Harrison. Oh, here's more. Do you need more dice? How many dice do you get?
Just one. 4.
You get 4 for method.
Oh, I have 0 method. Sorry, fuck, it's method.
You get
Okay.
2.
I have 2 for buddy cop. Okay.
Go
good.
ahead.
Well,
I've been letting everyone else roll first.
Yeah.
One
One
second.
success. Okay.
Hmm.
I think that you probably got it.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. Farm roll. No,
Anarchy.
just kidding.
Anarchy.
Yeah, I like anarchy. I did it.
You did it. Yeah.
All
Congratulations.
right. So you get the last
It was
victory
good.
point.
It was.
All right.
good buddy
That was
cop.
exhausting.
You win the act.
Yeah, please
Yes.
don't make it so that literally everyone could just do it infinitely.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, no.
so
no,
exhausting.
that's a nightmare.
Yeah. All right, I like it better that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is done.
Yeah.
All right. So
Done.
so you accomplished the act goal of proving the president is a robot.
Yeah, we shot him together with both of our
With
guns at the
both
same time
guns.
because we're buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kill
We did it.
And then
I love it.
No.
Oh,
Because he was a
also,
robot.
since I won, can I say how it finishes?
Yeah. So
Yes.
so victory conditions are you won the act. So you determine how the act ends. In this
Okay.
case, the film.
Mm-hmm.
Then we are going to subtract the number of studio notes we have from the number of victory from the number of star power we have to determine who is going to effectively win the film, which I think is also going to be you. Which determine in which case you get to say the name, you get the title of the film, basically,
Ooh.
and also.
Okay.
I think one other thing, but yeah, go ahead and explain how the
Negative points wins, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
This is golf.
I think yeah. Oh yeah. Part 3. All right, cool. All right, so I think I'm gonna make it so that when we both shoot our guns together,
Yeah.
obviously because of plot reasons, yours hits the president and it is revealed that he's a robot. You don't know this until the ship lands, but you are going to be distraught, absolutely distraught. But it's going to be beautiful. You're going to win an Oscar. It's going to be great, actually. And then, so when we accomplish this feat, my regular gun, because you had the space gun, my regular gun's bullet is going to kill you because you guys are like close together or whatever, both shooting the ship or whatever. So you're going to die. You're going to die a real good villain. So that's
my God.
awesome. Okay. Where were you again?
I was parachuting down from the shooting gallery.
Oh yeah.
After trying to ghostily steal the gun you stole.
Yes, exactly. Okay, this was unsuccessful, but you do not die when you land, but you do you become very religious after this experience because you feel blessed, #blessed, that
So
that you were able to live.
yes, this is how the act ends. You are also going to determine the epilogue. Everyone else gets to determine their fate, though.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say this is just what happens immediately
Yes,
after
yeah.
the scene. Except you winning an Oscar, that should happen. That would be great.
I'm ready.
Yeah, that's
So in terms of an actor epilogue or
Both
character?
the character and the
Okay.
actor.
okay. Great. All right. Yeah, this is just okay. This is just immediate scene resolution. And you were where were you again?
So I was on the ground like, oh, manatee.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that's good then. That's
Yeah.
good. Okay.
That's fine.
All right. Cool. So that's how the scene.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Which one is next?
Then is the epilogue.
Okay. And
Right.
I do the epilogue.
You get
or
the epilogue
everyone
as well.
does the epilogue.
See,
oh god.
you get a little extra bit of stuff to do because this is a one-act film.
Oh right. Okay. So normally this would happen at the end of all 3 acts. Is that it?
Yes,
Okay.
and like when everything just happened, that would be the first act of a film. Then we move on to see how things change.
And do you restart like the points after each act?
You keep the ones you've earned already off to the side, but then you're effectively starting a new track where you have to earn another 3 to win
Okay.
again.
That makes
And
sense.
then that's why like the whole like show notes versus that makes sense because it's like you got the 3 this time, but you might have none next time.
Yeah.
Right,
In
so
the 3-act
overall.
structure,
Yeah.
winning one act doesn't mean you win. Like you can never win an act, but
Right.
still win the game.
That makes sense. Effectively, this could be like a mini legacy game if you wanted to play it over 3 different sessions. That would be kind of cool. You would have to like write down everything that happened though, otherwise you would definitely forget.
Yeah, keep all your studio notes
Or
together.
record.
Yeah. Just do 3 different movies. Just make 3 different movies.
Oh, I meant
Yeah.
record, stream it.
Oh yeah.
Star Surveyors 1, 2, and 3.
I'm pretty sure you could pay people to transcribe stuff for cheap, so you could effectively get some just scripts generated from movies. That would be cool.
That's
All right, so I'm gonna say for the overall epilogue, obviously the goal was achieved. The robot president is dead, and everyone on Iowa, on Io, which is actually Nebula, whatever. Yeah, everyone is like stunned. There's a huge public outcry. No one knows what to do. That they've been robots the whole time. Everyone always said that politicians were robots, but now we know it's true. Has this been true for the entirety of human history? We don't know. So researchers are researching, news people are punditing, and everyone's just in a general state of disarray. And that pretty much sets us up pretty good for a sequel one day. So that's good money. So that's how it ends.
The title?
Okay, the title. What do I want to call
Do you,
it? If anyone has any good ideas, feel free to jump in.
do you want to think about that a bit while we all go and do our
that works for me.
epilogues?
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, that might help me figure out
Yeah.
what the title should be.
So I have a good idea for mine, if no one minds me jumping in.
Go ahead.
The bullet from the gun, the metal gun, the sciencey gun hit my father, but the bullet hit me.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
And well,
I thought you were the father.
No, he's the.
no, I'm the son of the father who is the robot president who I kidnapped.
Okay,
Yep.
I'm piecing it together.
And as I do this, I
just wanna
see
spend more time with his dad.
that he is a robot. How can a robot be my father? How can this be? I have been betrayed at my last moment, at my last dying breath. I died.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I thought you were going to. Never mind. Well, you're
And how did your actor?
Charity Comphouse has was pretty acclaimed. Her cross-dressing and portrayal of someone who was acting in a completely different gender role than they normally do. And after this, she was hired for many other gruff male roles, things like RoboCop and Rambo and other things like that. She was actually competing with what's your guy's name?
My character's name is Chet Squat Thrust.
She was actually competing with Chet Squatros for a lot of these roles, and it was a friendly rivalry, and they both got some pretty good roles.
Yeah.
And the porn parody is called Charity Goes Butch.
Parody.
Also, I have a question. Also, should the ending, the final genre,
Be
determine
buddy
kind of like what the title of the movie would be?
It is entirely up to you.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
do want to say that everything that has happened is canon, so it did shift between sports redemption, etc.
I think we hit all 4.
every genre,
I think
at
we
least
only hit
once.
Sports Redemption once, but it
Yeah,
was
psychological
good.
horror as well.
It was good.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh yeah. So I'm to Mark.
Go ahead.
There's a huge fucking parade. Goes by, me and my buddy here, we both, so Zog and what's your character's name?
Frankie Lewis.
Zog and Frankie Lewis, it's a parade down the main street of Iowa. The main sky route, excuse me, it's flying cars. Anyway, it's great. You can hear all about it on the Dimension News Network, Dimension Wars. Anyway, so it's good, and that's the end of that one story. And then Mark Gilroy, the actor, it's in the people love his performance. They call for Space Jail 3: Edge of the Galaxy, and it's just good.
Life is good.
Life
Full
is
of
good.
explosions.
All right. Next up, my character of Jake Nash, marine biologist and philanthropist. They, this whole experience, this made them paranoid about robots, like everyone around them was a robot for the rest of their life. But it also did not stymie their belief in the preserving of space whales and the use of space corn to make star fuel. So they went and made it their crusade. Just now, they're always looking over their shoulder and always like, "Hi, it's nice to meet you. Hey, this is a weird little quirk I have. Hold your head next to this magnet." And yeah, then Chet, people see this and they realize like, oh, Chet might have some dramatic flair to them. Not just a heavy actor or a heavy heavyweight. So what happens is I get some more dramatic roles, and when I'm at one party one day, someone, a very rich, delegate type is like, you know what? I'm gonna get into politics. Yeah.
Right. Jeff Goldblum, hot funny hero scientist, had some really pretty shitty time. His work, it wasn't just a gun. I want to point out, like, this was like DARPA funded research.
Oh no!
And clearly, this breach of lab security led to the revocation, essentially, of his security clearance, of his research credentials. His life spiraled down and down, which is actually fine. Because it all happened without him even knowing about it, because he suffered a psychological break as a result of his illness, and now he's convinced he is actually a ghost. Oh. And so he just floats around Io, wooing at people. He's just a poltergeist. He's just a poltergeist now. And so that's Jeff Goldblum, former hot funny hero scientist.
I love that.
Johnson G. Johnson, this was not his best role. He, if you ask him about it, will chalk it up to the visual effects. He claims that the VFX team really fucked up his transformation and his skin condition. But really, a lot of the talent scouts sort of settled on the fact that he just wasn't a very good actor. He didn't know how to take direction.
No.
He was a bit of a diva, and so he ended up sort of washing out and ending up in a lot of just like C-list movies to try to make ends meet.
That's kind of a bleak ending for your character, your actor.
I feel like you're kind of like Nick Cagey a little bit, just a little bit.
A little bit less.
Drop of that.
My highs are lower, and my lows are about the same.
That is fair. You did not have any national treasures.
No,
to your
I did
name.
not. I did not peak as much as I sort of just.
Damn, son. Damn.
My career went flaccid.
All right. I'll go ahead and finish up.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, we've also got his epilogue.
Are we going in order though?
By the way.
Okay. Actually, it makes sense for you to do it first.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Right.
And I'll just finish off the whole thing.
Yeah, that's what
So
I was
as the Scorpo slug craft crashes down in a fiery burn, Lysander drops to his knees in a damn you all to hell moment. But instead, what escapes his lips is a glooming peace this morning with it brings. The sun for sorrow will not show his head. Go hence to have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned and some punished. For there never was a story of more woe
Oscar bait, if anyone else.
than this Lysander and his Chet in space. Oh!
Wow. What's that from?
Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, I knew it was not a Shakespeare.
It had some bard to it.
Ah, I like that. Very iambic pentameter.
I would like to thank the Academy for such a distinguished honor. And I would like to announce my newest endeavor. A move to the Broadway stage, where I shall conduct the one-man play of Star Surveyors 4, The Quest for the EGOT.
Well,
I
all
like
right.
that.
Yeah.
You're so multi-talented.
Yeah.
You do it all.
What's the name of your of the film that you just started?
All right, so I gotta lead up to this. So we're gonna just do the Chester's whole thing, basically. So for the film, it finishes out with everyone's like very confused by this whole robot president thing, but at the same time they like hail Frankie as a hero. He saved everyone by figuring out how to defeat the robot president. Now we can have regular human presidents, which is probably better, right? Humans aren't bad at all. Am I right, fellas? Everything will definitely improve from here. Blockbuster. It may or may not in the sequel. Everyone come see it in theaters next Christmas, next summer, winter, fall, Christmas. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be wonderful. All right. So as a result of this, Chester gets directorial and production credits for the film.
Whoa.
Chester then makes his big break into that entire realm in Hollywood. So it's become a real new step in his career. He's super excited. He's gonna make a bunch of fun buddy cop films with all of his bros. It's gonna be great, guys. And Chester is kind of a big brain time Rick and Morty fan, so he just names the film Two Brothers, the Bottom Dollar, after the two brothers skit from Rick and Morty. So that's what it's called. It's about us. We're just two brothers. It's guns. We go to Mexico and there's tomatoes or whatever happens in that. I haven't memorized that monologue. Why would I? So that's what it's called. Yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Yeah.
Cool.
All
Well,
right.
there we go. And that is BlockBuster. It's a bit of a truncated blockbuster. We created a one-act film.
There is one thing we forgot.
What do we forget?
The person with the most studio notes compared to their victory points. 2, 3. All right. So this might be happy for you. You also become the breakout character, and you can explain how the studio tried to franchise.
Oh boy.
Love that.
My God.
I feel like it turns into a series of Lysander rom-com kind of movies in the space arena.
Space, oh my
As he
God.
tries to, get over his love. It starts out a little sad, but as it goes along, it becomes more and more comedic. It starts like a tragic second movie.
Is there a series of hot alien women of different
Oh,
skin tones
absolutely.
and different
Yes.
numbers of organs?
Yeah.
They're just women.
The opposite of like a Jack Harkness trajectory.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's sort of like, there's a bit of crossover with the Star Surveyors women. And really creating a sort of cinematic universe based
Oh my
around actors portrayed by Horatio Owens.
I love that you acquired the entire property rights to the franchise.
Yeah,
it's really
clearly.
wonderful. It's beautiful.
There you go.
Okay.
And that is it.
There we go. All right. So yeah, that's
Really
BlockBuster.
good.
Thank you very much, Duffy, for joining us and for
Yeah.
introducing us to the game. It was
Good
super
game.
fun. It seems from the chat, it seems like everybody enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Because that was some antics. Let me tell you.
That was.
That was very, very goofy. And I'm not pleased necessarily with the story that we created. I don't think it's a good story. But it was a fun story. And that's what matters. So, yeah, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks,
And,
Tech Hybrid TV. Glad that you enjoyed it. Adam,
Yes.
you as well.
Yeah, and check out, I know, do you have like a present? Do you have a website?
Yes. So I am on Twitter at Duffy A, DUFFYA. I also have some stuff up on the at BlockBuster RPG on Twitter. And I also have some other games as well. One of them is at Alter Arms, ALTERARMS. And that is another RPG I made where you play as transforming Japanese superheroes.
Okay.
Wait,
Ooh.
didn't you play this?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I remember him telling me about it.
Cool. Are there magical girl transformations?
Oh God, yes.
Yay!
Absolutely.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, someone, I forget if this was like an internet post or something the other day, but someone was like, magical girl transformations probably take 5 minutes, and the villain doesn't do anything because they're just confused by it.
There was
Like,
a
what's happening?
scientific video about this, whereas like on Japanese morning show or something, some scientist came out and was like, okay, so if we look at the transformation sequence, you see all this light being produced, all this wind and stuff. Okay, you mathematically can prove
The
that
heat.
this is like heat and radiation coming off this magical girl. If the monster were to touch her during this transformation sequence, it would be vaporized.
Oh.
They've learned.
Yeah,
Makes a lot
it's
of
a
sense.
safety mechanism.
Step back, she's glowing. There's glitter.
I love it.
And on that note, highly relevant note, yeah, be sure to check out those Twitters, and we will see you all not Friday. We're not going to be having any Gloomhaven this week because Jacob's going to be out of town.
Yep.
But we will be back next Wednesday for another stream,
Yep.
which I believe it's intended to be the kickoff of
Rise of Fenris? Possibly.
Right back,
We'll- we'll see exactly.
It's the
site.
practice game of science.
Yeah, it's probably
Yeah,
going to be
we'll
a practice.
see what this
Okay.
game is looking.
Yep.
But yeah, either way,
Yep.
we'll see you next Wednesday, and thanks for tuning in.
Great.